Good morning, grinders out there. How are you doing? I'm here today with Leo Campello.
Yes.
How you doing, Leo?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you for having me. Thanks for this invite.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. David, actually, he hit me up after me and him got done on the last one, and he says, yeah, I got this guy Leo from Campello Jiujitsu. He's an awesome guy. He's got a pretty interesting story. You should talk to him. And I was like, cool, man, hook us up.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So he sent me your number, and you hit me up. So I assume he sent you mine.
Yeah. He sent me the link for his episode here.
Yeah.
On your podcast.
Yeah,
and I was hearing it. I was like, hey, man, that's cool. I like it. And then he goes, oh, maybe he'll be interested in telling your story. Why don't you talk to him? I said, okay. And then he sent you my number, sent me your number, and then here we are.
Yep, here we are, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so like I was talking about off mic, it's just kind of, it's about you and what you do for a living, your career, which I guess would be your jiu-jitsu. Yeah. And but it's it's your backstory. Like, how'd you get there? It's not just what do you do? It's who are you? Who's Leo? How'd you get there? Your whole story. Yeah. And typically the first question I always ask, and it's probably getting a little old, is what was your first job? But it's kind of a wherever you want to start at, wherever you're comfortable with. Obviously you're, like we talked about, you're from Brazil. Yeah. So how is that like coming up, growing up in Brazil?
All right. Let's start on the real beginning. Sure. When I was born.
Okay, man. All the way. Let's do it.
I was born with my umbilical cord around my neck.
Oh, okay.
And
I can't remember what the word for that is.
Yeah, there's a word for that. I can't remember either. And but on that time, 1973, the doctors, they would do this to give birth. They would get this like tool that hold the baby by the head and just pulls out.
Yeah.
Forceps. In Portuguese,
it's like
a forceps.
Yeah, I think it was like a vacuum tube or something like that.
And then you just pull the baby out, being choked.
Right. I don't think they even use that anymore.
No,
too many lawsuits.
I think it was banned or something. But the doctor that was doing my birth, he was like modern for the time, and he didn't want to use that. Yeah. So he just like hold me down and untied it, the umbilical cord, to let me get birth, to let me get born. So I believe that something happening there that for my whole life it's been really rough for people to choke me out in jiu-jitsu.
I can see that.
Since I really started, like, I was a white belt and having purple belts, brown belts that could not finish me on a choke, because I had an extra length in there, crazy. So
you think that's kind of like almost like a from birth, like a pre-programming type of deal? Somebody gets you in a choke, and
I think so, man. Because
I can see that.
Yeah, because I've seen so many. How do I say that in English? Sometimes it's weird. I try to remember a word in Portuguese to translate, and then I don't remember, not even Portuguese. Then I get a little lost. But I've read things about people who are the way they are because of things that happen when they're getting born. Yeah. They're born. So, I believe that umbilical cord at the end end up being a great thing for me, because first of all, resilience, right? I was fighting for my life to be able to get born, right? Yeah. Okay, I was just a preborn baby, but still, right, you still have your instincts in there. So somehow I believe that that birth forged me, to the way I am, to the
forged
way I become.
in fire.
Yeah. Forged an umbilical cord. Yep. But I believe that thing, that happened to me was a big impact in my life, even in a way that I cannot even understand the whole thing, but I can see that it was a big impact in my life.
Yeah.
And then after that, my parents got divorced. I was with my mom like forever. And then when I was 6 years old, my dad passed away. He had a heart attack on the beach and passed away.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, thank you. And then I had just my mom, right, during my whole life. And then when I was about 8 years old, she signed me up for judo and swimming classes.
Oh, your mom did?
Yeah, in a club next to the house we lived in Rio. I'm from Rio De Janeiro. And
so was it kind of like a... It's kind of like a boxing club, or
no? It was like you guys don't have it here. I think it's like
we have like the Boys and Girls Club or the YMCA or something.
Yeah,
something
to
like that.
Something like that. Yeah. Like you have basketball, you have swimming classes.
Yeah.
You basically have all the sports in there, and then you pay a monthly fee, and then you can choose the sports you want to do.
Yeah,
and then you do it.
Nice.
So then I was doing judo and swimming classes since 8 years old. I think I was about 12 years old when we had to stop. I can't remember if my mom couldn't pay or whatever. I could not do anymore. And then when I was 16, I started doing kickboxing, full contact. I wanted to be like Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Nice.
I wanted to split my legs like him, you know?
Yeah.
And then...
do the splits and helicopter in the air.
I wanted to do that, you know? That was my goal with kickboxing, you know? When I was about 16, I started doing kickboxing. I want to be like Jean-Claude Van Damme. And then... but then the teacher... the kickboxing teacher, he had this idea to start teaching. He called some ground fighting at the kickboxing class. So I remember.
So is that like mixing like wrestling and kickboxing?
Yeah, I remember when he told us this new idea. He said, "Look, no matter how good you get in kickboxing, if you get in a street fight with a jiu-jitsu guy, you're gonna get beat up.
Yeah.
No matter how good you get in kickboxing." He was a black belt in kickboxing, of course, and he just started doing jiu-jitsu. And then he saw the power of jiu-jitsu. That's what I believe. So then he said, look, if you guys get in a fight, in a street fight, and in the 90s, it was pretty common to get in a street fight in Rio. So if you guys get in a street fight with some jiu-jitsu guy, you guys are going to get beat up. So I'm going to start teaching you some ground fighting at the end of my kickboxing class. No problem. But the club, the sport we're training, the floor was marble floor.
Ooh. So like no mats or anything?
No mats. Straight to the marble, you know?
Yeah, so you really don't want to lose or get taken down.
No. We're just doing like, start on the knees, right? Not start standing up. But still, right?
Yeah.
A little sweep, you know, can really hurt you.
Yeah, it's going to take your shoulder right into the ground and you're heading to the hospital.
Not good.
Yeah.
So then, and I started to really enjoy the end of class. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even more than the actual class, you know. And he was sensitive enough to feel that. And then one day I show up for class and then he goes, "Oh, Leo, I need to talk to you." "Okay, what's the problem?" "No, I can see you really enjoying the end of the class and the ground fighting." And
well, it's good though. It's good that he actually took note and he paid attention.
Yeah.
You know, he wasn't just trying to teach a class.
No. And then he goes, "So I believe you should go look for a jiu-jitsu gym." Man, I was devastated. It was the best thing that happened to me.
Yeah.
But on that time, I felt devastated. My dream was gone. I could not be Jean-Claude Van Damme anymore.
I mean, you always could be.
Maybe a plastic surgery.
Do you think your experience with that teacher, you know, kind of led you into what you do now?
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Like that was an inspiration that kind of pushed you to become, a jiu-jitsu teacher?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
I truly believe so. And funny thing is, okay, then I went to jiu-jitsu gym, start training, blah, blah, blah. And then 10 years later, 12 years later, I can remember now, I met him on the street. I was walking by in Rio, and then I met, hey, how you doing, Nando? How are you? Hey, how you doing, man? You grew up, blah, 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 this and that. And then I go, look, I need to tell you something. And then he got my show. What? I'm like, look, I'm a jiu-jitsu black belt, and it's your fault.
That's great.
And he goes, what? What are you talking about? So remember that day that you told me to go look for a jiu-jitsu gym? I was devastated on the day you told me that. Yeah. But it was the best thing that happened in my life. Yeah. Thank you so much for that.
Well, yeah, and that's good though that he, didn't just try to keep you in the class to keep your money or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't want to lose a student.
Yeah, no. He wanted what was best for you.
Exactly.
And so he pushed you to go try something else.
Yeah.
Something that fit you better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And and these.
He's a good guy, man.
Yeah. And these connected to who I am today. You know what I mean? If someone comes with something, whatever, of course I try to help, but I'm not doing whatever just to keep you as a student.
Right.
I'm trying to say.
Yep.
Okay, when I just took over the gym that I'm teaching now, one of the students, he came to me one day, oh, professor, I'm moving. I'm going to a different gym. I said, okay, no problem. And then he goes, do you want to know why? I'm like, look, I have a feeling, but if you want to see it, go ahead, no problem.
Yeah.
And then he goes, no, because I'm looking for more no-gi classes. And on that gym, they have no-gi classes every day. I said, okay, man, go ahead. You really should go, because I don't believe I'm never going to have no-gi classes every day at my gym.
As in a class where you're not wearing a gi?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You just wear rash guard and shorts or spats pants, whatever you want.
More like kind of like a sparring gear?
More like a wrestling gear, right? More like a no-gi. No-gi is already what I'm saying, but more like a wrestling thing,
Yeah.
And I see that no-gi is very big here in the U.S. And okay, another chapter. Back on the day in Brazil, it was almost like a war, because no-gi back on the day, on the 80s and 90s, it had a different name. It wasn't jiu-jitsu no-gi. It was luta livre.
Luta livre?
Yes. But there's no connection with the luta livre we watch nowadays on TV with this fake thing. No, there's nothing with that. It was just jiu-jitsu, but with no gi. And of course, if you don't have the gi, you have way less techniques to use.
So the gi actually gives
you more opportunities.
Okay.
Because I can grab your gi, I can wrap the gi around your neck, I can stick my hands in a different way to choke you. If I don't have any of that, my opportunities to choke gets way less than if I have the gi, right? If I have the gi, I can do 1,000 of ways to choke you. If I don't, I just have like 3 or 4 ways, to choke you. If we're facing each other, and I'm trying to say, so you have way less techniques in there. I'm not saying that's better or worse, any of that, because he's had a lot of trouble because of these.
Yeah, but I see what you're saying is, in terms of being able to teach and having opportunity as far as showing different styles, techniques, and chokes, grabs, all that stuff, you just prefer to do it with a gi.
Yeah. I have more opportunities. I have more chances, to do more techniques on you than if you don't have the gi.
Yeah.
I have way more places to grab, on your pants, on your jacket, whatever, to move you, to control you. If I don't have the gi, it's way less chances I have.
Right. Do you do any sort of like a street fight class where it's just street clothes?
Yeah.
Because then you can show technique, grab a guy by the shirt, wrap it around his head.
I actually, what I was doing with people was, because we grew up with that. You have the boxing gloves, okay? You can just punch me. As a strong guy, you cannot use any jiu-jitsu against me.
Right.
And me, I cannot hit you back.
Okay.
I can only use jiu-jitsu to control you and submit you, and that's it.
Right.
And
so it's more defensive.
You learn how to defend yourself in a proper way.
Right.
So I was doing that a lot with my students for a while, especially for warm up and stuff. I had a big box of boxing gloves at the gym. So every class I was pulling the box out. here. And then, of course, we switch, right? You first just hitting and me just using jiu-jitsu, and then you switch. Because then we both have experiences,
right,
to have our opinion on that. So on that time, there was this like almost war between jiu-jitsu and luta livre. You probably heard about Rickson Gracie.
Oh yeah, I've heard of Rickson Gracie. Yeah.
He had this big fight on the beach against, let's say, the Rickson Gracie from Luta Livre. His name was Hugo Duarte, and so they fought on the beach. Rickson won, blah blah blah, and then after a couple of days, the Luta Livre guys went to Rickson's academy and like to make a challenge in there, to fight in there. Police showed up, blah blah blah. So on that time, in the 90s, if you're wearing a jiu-jitsu t-shirt and you go to a bar or nightclub and there's a bunch of Luta Livre guys, you're probably gonna fighting.
Yeah.
And
somebody's gonna start something.
Yeah. So growing up in jiu-jitsu, white, blue, even purple belt, we didn't train with no gi.
Yeah.
It was just gi, and if you're training no gi, you would be allowed to hit each other. Usually, like from the neck up, just open hands.
Yeah.
So you don't cut, you don't get bruises, you don't break your nose, teeth. But from neck down, whatever, elbow, knee, wherever you want it. So the way I see jiu-jitsu no gi, it's a bit different than what I see now, you know what I mean? Because of the rules and all the competition, I see a lot of techniques, position that if you're in a real fight, I would be in trouble by doing this movement, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So, but because of the rules, you're not gonna strike me, you're not gonna do anything too bad, so I can't do that movement. So to me, it's like a unreal thing. You know what I mean? Like,
you're talking about the difference between training in a fantasy world and actual building muscle memory.
Because jiu-jitsu to me, it's a self-defense art.
Yeah.
It's a way of life, like I was talking to you, but it's a self-defense art.
Yeah.
And if I'm teaching you in a way that you're not able to defend yourself with what I'm teaching you, what am I doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a waste of time.
It's a waste of our time, mine and yours.
Yep.
So my focus when I'm teaching jiu-jitsu at first is to make you understand that you can use that to defend yourself in a parking lot fight, you know, in a bar fight, in a real situation fight.
Right.
As I tell some of my students, jiu-jitsu, it's made to kill people. If I get in a choke and I don't let you go,
you're done.
You're done.
Yep.
Right? So jiu-jitsu is made to kill people or break their joints. Okay, if you're using that just to get a medal, it's okay, but you're missing a big chunk of that. I'm not saying that, I'm killing people outside. None of that, but it's like carrying a gun.
Yeah.
Right? You carry it, you practice all the time that you can, right? You buy the best equipment you might have, but you pray to never use it. Right?
Yeah.
Same thing with jiu-jitsu, you know, in my opinion. I train hard as I can. I'll be 50 in December. I'm still rolling with my students, you know, no matter if they're a kid or my age, you know. I still rolling with them, training, you know. But I pray to never have to use in a real situation.
Yeah.
But if I have to, I want to really do it in a good way.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, you want to know that you're going to be effective.
Exactly. So that's what I try to teach to my students when I'm teaching jiu-jitsu now. And so on that time was like that big war in Rio between Jiu-Jitsu and Luta Livre. But so if someone at your gym, hey, let's roll, no gi, it means that, okay, you're going to start slapping each other here. And but yeah, again, took me to where I am and made me who I am.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So you went from that instructor to another gym.
Yeah.
Specifically for a jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu gym.
Yeah. And what do you remember the name of that place?
Yeah, it was called Strout.
Strout?
Strout. It's his last name, so
okay.
It's a little Strauch.
Oh, Strout.
Strout.
Okay.
Paulo Mauricio Strout. He was my first teacher until my blue belt.
And how was he?
Oh man, a little shorter than me, you know. On that time, he was 40 years old and in shape.
Yeah.
You know, running every day on the beach, and he was a vegetarian on that time. So that's inspired me to be a vegetarian too for a while.
Yeah.
To try it out, you know. I didn't like it. I went back to animal-based diet.
Some people dig it.
Yeah. Go ahead, keep eating grass, no problem. I'm gonna eat the cow, no problem.
So how long did you train at that place?
Until my blue, I would say 2 years, maybe 3, 7, maybe 2 years. And then my mom got married again, and then we had to move to São Paulo, which is a big city in Brazil.
Yeah.
But there's no beach in there, so I hate it.
Yeah, that's more inland, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big buildings all around, you know, big roads, you know, a lot of traffic.
Urban, as they call it.
Yeah. And then there I met the Baring family, which I'm still with them to today. First I met Marcelo, who was the younger brother, and then I started training under him. And then his dad, now his grandmaster, Flávio Baring, moved to São Paulo and started teaching at the same gym. And then after maybe another month, his older brother, Silva Baring, who I'm still with till today, he moved to São Paulo and started teaching at the same gym too. And then after a while, Marcelo sold his share and left. He was more like a black sheep in the family, you know. He didn't fit much, you know. And so then, but I hated living there, you know, in São Paulo. So on that time I had my official first job in my life. I was at my aunt's house for vacations, you know, 2-week vacations, whatever. I was sitting there just renting VHS tapes. Remember that?
Yeah, so like a video store?
Yeah. I was just renting videos and watching them all day long, you know. And then one day, my older cousin...
VHS.
A lot of people going to say, what is that? I had to Google it.
Yeah, I remember.
So one day, one of my oldest cousin, he walks inside, right? And then he sees me there, and then he goes, hey, what the hell are you doing over there? Just watch a movie or whatever. Don't you want to work? I'm like, what? Work? I think I was 15 on that time, 16. And then I'm like, work? Because before that, I just had to do some work for my mom because she was a lawyer.
Yeah.
So I was going to the courthouse for her to check this, check that, and all stuff like that. Nothing official, nothing.
Yeah, so you were just kind of like an unpaid researcher.
Exactly. You had the word that I cannot think about. You have it.
Yeah.
So, and then I say, okay, what's the deal? And then he goes, oh, if you want, we can take you to my store. He had a car store, used car store.
Oh, okay.
I can take you to the store and I will pay you, I don't know, can't remember, $15, $20 for each car you wash. Do you want to? I'm like, okay.
Sure.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I was just spending money with those VHS tapes. Okay, let me make some money. And then I went there. And I believe it was on the second day. I finished it all fast, right? Because on the first day I was learning everything. I had that in my life. If you teach me something new, maybe at the first I'm going to be a little lost. Yeah. But then in a bit, I'm going to be doing better than you.
Yeah.
Anything, I know.
Yeah, that's typically how I am too. I'm more of a hands-on learner.
Yeah,
and the first time I do it, it's going to take me a minute, but then the second and the third time, you're not going to catch up.
Yeah, exactly. So on the second day, I was finished with the car plan, then I walked inside, and then I saw a big table, and a lot of salesmen sitting around the table, with phones. Those I don't know how to call them. Those where I can split the call with you. Press a button, and I think it was called PA phone, phone, something like that.
Yeah, there's like commercial phones.
Yeah, commercial phones.
Separate lines. And all this. Yeah,
we have many lines, so put people on hold, and you get this call,
Yeah, I'll send you over to so and so.
Yes. I'll put in a brief hold.
It's never brief.
Never brief.
Yeah.
So
at least you get to listen to Kenny G for a few minutes.
Yeah. So then I saw that, and then the cars were over, right? I had nothing to do outside, so I just sat. There was a free chair. I sat in there, and then I looked, and I saw a fax machine. You remember that? Those facsimile machines.
Yeah. I haven't used one of those since like 97.
I believe that. That was what, 91 maybe.
Yeah.
So then I looked at it, I said, what is that? And then another salesman, it's a fax. Do you want to send it? I'm like, huh? Send what?
Send what?
Should I grab these and take somewhere? And then he goes, no, I can teach you. Okay. And then it was very simple, right? I had a list of stores to sell, because the thing is, they would have like a stock for the car that they have an inventory for the cars they had on the store.
Yeah.
So there was in a list, a paper list, and then all the stores, they'll be sharing, So my job was to send our inventory for cars to all the stores that we had on the list. It was a huge list. Okay, I started doing that, blah, blah, blah. He started paying me, I don't know, I can't remember how much for that. And then he goes, can you, because sometimes you have the same number with two different names, because sometimes you have the shop name or the salesman's name, and it's the same phone, so people get annoyed by receiving your inventory many times,
Yeah.
So can you fix that? Can you check that and fix? Okay, no problem. I had a lot of time, right?
Yeah.
So I started doing that, blah, blah, and then the sending thing went a little better. I think they started having better results. But then I had to go back to Rio. I can't remember exactly. My mom and his new husband, something didn't work. We went back to Rio for 6 months. And then after 6 months, I came back again. And then he calls me, hey, do you want to drop back? I'm like, sure, why not?
Yeah,
and then he goes, right? But then he goes, but now we have computers here. It's not just a facsimile, so do you want to learn it? And I'm like, yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah.
And then I went there, and he paid me it was a computer course, data basic or something like that, to learn the basics for. It was before Windows. We didn't have Windows on that time.
Oh yeah,
so.
Yeah. It's like DOS.
DOS.
Yep.
DOS system. Yeah. C2 points slash .
Yep. So everything's all in text on the screen.
Yeah,
it takes forever to load a screen and all the info that's on it.
The screens are just like black and red, green typing.
Yep.
The modern ones was gray.
Yeah.
There was like, wow.
Yeah, monochrome.
Wow, so good for your eyes. Wow.
Right.
And then start growing there, right? With the computer thing, instead of sending through the fax machine or inventory and stuff. It was just sending through the computer using modem board, but still like sending our inventory to all the shops possible and receiving their inventory. And then I was receiving a piece of paper that I had to type on the computer. So all the salesmen, they had a computer in front of them that they could look up for the car they were looking for.
So you were essentially keeping up a database and doing data entry. Back in the early days of that stuff.
Exactly. And I mean, we were basically finding out things to use. You know what I mean? None of that was already available. You know.
You're just starting out in the technology world and all that stuff, and just trying to put it together and make things work better.
Exactly. And at the same time, I was doing jiu-jitsu in there with the Bering family. And then
so you're working at the car shop during the day, and then like afternoon you're going and doing jiu-jitsu classes.
I think it was around 6 p.m. I was done at my job at the car store. And the gym was pretty close. I could walk, or like 3-4 blocks. So I could walk to the gym, do the class, as a blue belt, and then get a ride back home with someone that lived next to me, blah, blah, blah. They could give me a ride back home. Next day, same thing. Wake up early, go to the car shop, working there all day long, and then at the end, walk to the gym.
So were you doing that pretty much every day?
Every day.
Like Sunday through Saturday?
Monday to Friday. Saturdays, sometimes. Sundays, no. Usually Sundays were off. But Monday to Friday, for sure. And sometimes we would meet on someone's houses on a Saturday. Oh, you want to come over? Because I had to skip last Tuesday, so do you want to come over? So we catch up. Okay, sure.
It's cool though. You were putting in the dedication, even back then.
Because everybody on that time, they were training every day. And you could feel right away if you didn't do that, you'd get left behind, So you didn't want that, so okay.
If you missed a day, then there was something you weren't getting.
Only a single day could make a huge damage, so you don't want to skip it, You're injured, you put some tape on, whatever, but you don't want to miss it.
It's like missing a day at the gym. You missed it.
You feel it. So then after what? Maybe 2-3 years in there. I think 2-3 years in there. I was tired of living São Paulo. I hated it. And then my professor Marcelo, he passed away. He got shot by bad guys in Rio.
Oh, jeez.
And then I moved back to Rio by myself, My mom stayed in São Paulo with his new husband, with my half-brother.
Because you were probably, what, like 18? 19 at the time?
19. And then I was going to Rio basically every other weekend. I was going to Rio, spending the weekend there, and then coming back, And then it was vacations, I think was... because my birthday, it's December 26th. So Christmas, my birthday, and Réveillon, New Year's Eve, was basically one big party through my whole life. A week of party,
why not? Combine them all.
Let's go. So then I went to Rio right after Christmas. Right after Christmas Eve, I got the bus with my half-brother, and we went to Rio to see his dad. And then I was staying with friends, 2 days with someone, 2 days with someone else, sleeping on the couch, on the floor, whatever. 19, who cares, right? And then after a while, and then I was like talking to my mom and my family in São Paulo. Oh, no, I'll be here for my birthday, but I believe I'll be back for New Year's Eve. And then Carnival, it's in end of February in Brazil, So then one day they called me, look, you're not coming back before Carnival. It's very clear now. What your plans are? I was like, I don't know. I don't have any plans. I'm just enjoying, It's been good. So I had nothing to do in there, in São Paulo. I'm not planning to go back right now.
Yeah.
And then my mom said, okay. And then she came to Rio, and then she set me up with an older cousin because he was living by himself for a while. And then she set me up with him so we'd be splitting his apartment, splitting bills and stuff. So then I officially was living Rio, living with this older cousin for another maybe 2-3 years, I think.
So what'd you do in that time? Because you left Sao Paulo and went back to Rio.
Yeah.
So I imagine you weren't still working at the car shop.
No.
Yeah.
And then I went to a surf shop store.
Oh, nice.
To sell surfboards, shortboards,
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, why not? You're back by the ocean.
Yeah. And I knew how to sell. Was good talking, right?
Yeah.
So.
Well, you probably learned a thing or two working at a car shop, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Big time. So yeah, then I started working on those shops, right? On malls, stuff like that, and still doing jiu-jitsu, helping my teacher. Now it was Silver Bearing, my teacher. So I started helping him to teach, especially the kids class,
Oh, sweet.
Warm up, blah, blah, blah. I was like his monitor, his helper.
Yeah.
I was his second hand.
So he was like mentoring you?
Yeah. I was trying to follow all his steps. And then after, let me think, about maybe 5-6 years, I'm not sure. It's been a long time, but but yeah, after some years, I was not happy in Rio, know, and then I had this. So first, man, so much. I really have to write it down because I start to forget.
That's all right.
I was invited to go to Hawaii to work in there, not to teach, to work in there. I was going to work at this hotel in Hawaii. And there was a chance for me to start some jiu-jitsu in there, but I was not getting hired to teach on anyone's gym and nothing like that.
Right.
I had to find, since the beginning, the whole thing.
So you were going to work in a hotel, doing like room cleaning or just? I
don't know, maybe room cleaning, Had a chance to do maybe a massage, but and with 25 years old, man, going to Hawaii to live in there, whatever they want me to do, as long as it's official, as long as it's how do I say that? It's not a crime,
Right? Yeah.
I'll be doing.
As long as I'm getting paid, it's legal and there's hot chicks around.
It's legal. I'm getting paid. I'm there. So, but then on that time I had my house in Rio, and it was a really unique house. It was in front of the water. This place in Barra da Tijuca, there's like a channel. Looks like a river, but it's sea.
Okay.
Like you can see land and island. You can see like crossing a street, the distance like crossing a street. So I had this house because as my dad passed when I was 6, I got a will, right? So then, but the will was an old apartment in an area in Rio that I never lived at, and the apartment had many pipes problems, electrical problems, because no one from the family never lived in there. It was always for renting. So the apartment was a bit beat up inside. Yeah.
Renters don't usually take care of shit too well if you let them get away with it.
Yeah. In that time it was very common, and it had many like documents problems too, old fees that I had to pay, there's this fees called like transmission tax. So if I sell you an apartment, I had to pay the tax. if you're my son and I die, and you get this apartment as a will to you, you had to pay the tax.
Okay.
So basically, anything you do with the real estate, you have to pay this tax.
Yeah, I think we have pretty much the same thing here.
Probably. So so then I had to pay all of that, fix the problems in the apartment, blah, 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 to be able to sell the apartment. So that took me a few years to fix it all, I didn't have any money to go pay the old fees,
Yeah.
And then...
Did you end up living there while you were doing all that?
Yeah, I ended up living there about 2 years. Like sometimes not even... just a mattress on the floor, no couches,
Been there.
my refrigerator was ice pack.
Ice box.
Ice box, That was my refrigerator,
There's something good though about keeping it simple sometimes.
Yeah.
Like especially when you're that young, like you don't need much.
Exactly, right? You don't need much. You don't even want, you know what I mean?
Like you got a few books, you got your ice chest full of beer.
Yeah, that's it. Some sound,
Yeah.
DVD player, right?
Yep. DVD player.
DVD player with two little speakers.
Yep.
And you're happy. And so then I was living there, and then this Canadian guy from Toronto came to Silvio's gym to train for a month. And when he left, said, "Oh, if you want, come to Canada, stay with me, you can teach at my gym." But he was just being polite. But I didn't get the message. So I mailed him back, "Hey, that offer is really running because I'm up to go."
Yeah.
And then he goes, yeah, show up, come up, and stay as long as you want here, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay. And then...
So he was just being nice, and then you called him on it.
Yeah.
And he was probably like, fuck.
Shit,
Sure, come up.
Okay, maybe he'll spend a week here, and then he'll be gone. I ended up being there for 6 months.
Maybe he thought you'd get there and realize how fucking cold it is and change your mind.
I went in January, man.
Oh, yeah.
I learned fast how cold things can get in there. Shit.
Toronto in January.
Shit. And
especially going from Rio.
In Rio, it's the opposite. So we are living summertime in Rio. We use Celsius in there. We are on 40, 42 Celsius. And then when I dropped in Canada, it was minus 40, minus 35.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. But it was one of the best times in my life living there, man. Because again, 20-something years old.
Yeah, in Toronto?
In Toronto.
Yeah.
Now I was finally living from Jiu-Jitsu,
So was he was paying you to work at his gym there?
Yeah. I was living with them, they're paying for all my bills, giving some money.
Nice.
And
I mean, it's cool though that, he kept up on his offer.
Yeah. Thank God. God is always by my side because things could
because he could have just emailed you back and been like, thanks.
I'm sorry.
I probably shouldn't have said that.
Yeah. Call me in 6 months, maybe.
Yeah. No, that's cool though.
It is.
So you just took a chance and moved up to Toronto.
Yeah.
How does that work? Do you have to get like a work visa and all that stuff?
I had to take a regular visa.
Yeah.
Right. So I could not work properly, So I was not officially working.
Yeah.
I was helping the classes.
As far as they knew, you were just there helping.
Just a helper.
Yeah.
Right. And basically that's what I was actually doing. Like there was just like a couple of classes that I was teaching by myself. But usually we're all together, me and, because there are two brothers. Usually we're all of us on the mats, and of course training, rolling, and since my beginning of Jiu-Jitsu, I always like to share what I learned, you know what I mean? Since the beginning, I had friends who were more like hiding what they learn, what they're doing, I was always like sharing everything, all the details. No, you're doing wrong here. No, don't grab in there, grab over here.
Yeah.
I always enjoyed that. Since the beginning, I can see that now. I was being way more a professor than a fighter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was not, because to be a good fighter, you have to be very competitive. You cannot even be, I believe that you cannot be a really good professor if you're a really good fighter, competitor.
Right.
Because you don't want anyone to be better than you. Right? And me, I'm the opposite. I want all of my students to be way better than me. You know, I don't want them to be the same level as me.
Right.
I want them to use what I'm teaching as a base, and then they grow up like sky's the limit, right? I want them to be way better than me. My dream is to have my students tapping me out, you know. I know it's a little weird to say that, but
yeah, but it makes sense, because if your students are tapping you out, then you've done your job.
I've done my job.
Yeah,
right.
You're passing the knowledge on.
I passed the knowledge, the self-esteem.
Yeah.
Como é que é? Autoestima. See, sometimes I have to think in Portuguese too, but self-confidence,
right?
You know,
which makes perfect sense, because you're, as far as life goes, you're in it to win it.
Yeah.
But when it comes to teaching your classes and doing this thing that you love to do, you're not in it to win it.
No.
You know,
my win is to see my student doing
exactly
perfectly what I taught him.
Yep.
You know, even a little better.
Yeah, that's your win.
That's my win.
Yeah.
Because that's what I tell everyone, you know. I try to teach, let's say the jiu-jitsu, the whole jiu-jitsu is this board over here in front of me, okay? I need to build the foundation before I start building levels.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, okay, I did a good foundation here. The whole space is covered. It's founded. Good. I'm going to start the first level. Good. And then I start putting the first break for the first level. Okay. I need to check the foundation if it still is good or not. Because if I start putting just breaks, first, second, third level, and then something goes wrong, where's the mistake? Down there on the fundamental, right. The base fundamental shit. So I have to unbuild 2-3 layers. Shit, it's a lot of work, you know, thrown away.
Yeah.
For both sides, for me, for the student too. So I try to teach jiu-jitsu through the fundamentals, right? And okay, now start growing up a few fundamentals. Guard passing. Okay, I taught you this, and that. Then by watching you rolling, training with other people, I can see what you got from this fundamental I taught you. And then with that, I can see that if I can throw a little more here, there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
By your result, not by what I want you to learn. So I could say that all my students, I try to teach them like privately. In my head, at least, I'm teaching them privately, you know.
Yeah, you may have several students all at once, but you're making sure that you one-on-one with them, and that you're giving them the attention that they need, where they need it.
Yeah, where they need, because I need to teach you what you need to learn, not what I want you to learn.
Yeah. Maybe
I want you to learn this and that technique that's very advanced, nice to watch, but
yeah. Well, yeah, because I might be good at, like a sweep or something like that, and
I want you to be a guard
but I suck at arm bars.
Wait.
And then this other guy, it's complete opposite.
Yeah.
So you're going to work on that with him and this with me, and you'll build that foundation. And then once the foundation's good, then you'll start the first layer breaks and so on and so forth.
And then we keep going, building. And I let my students bring bricks to the building too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to be the only one saying, you should learn this, you should learn that, No, bring me things,
Yeah.
Bring me some craziness. If it doesn't fit, it's gonna be very clear. I better have to say it. You're gonna see it if it fits or not.
Yeah.
You're gonna experience, and understand if it fits or not.
Yeah.
So let it go. You know what I mean? Let's go.
It'll become clear on its own right away.
Yeah. So then Canada, teaching there, and then I had to go back to Rio. I went back to Rio, and then it was a bit messy. And then I started working here, there. And then maybe maybe 7 years later, I got this phone call because I don't know if I mentioned, but when I don't remember now when, but I had to live in this city close to Rio that is up in the mountains, like 2 hours driving up in the mountains. It's called Teresopolis. I lived in there for about 2 years, and there I was teaching in a gym with this guy who we became really close friends, Marcelo. And then we're together for, I think 2-3 years in there, in Teresopolis. It was his gym, and I was teaching there, getting paid, blah, 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 and teaching there. And then I moved back to Rio, and then one day he calls me, hey, let's meet, blah, 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 I have an opportunity for you. Okay. And then we met, he said, oh, I'm leaving to Abu Dhabi. I was called to go teaching there. And I want to know if you want to keep my gym. I said, man, this is a great offer. I'm really humbled with that. Thank you so much. But I'm already in Rio, I don't want to get back to Teresopolis again,
Yeah.
I'm building my life in there. I don't want to go backwards, So thank you so much. I really appreciate it, but I'm going to pass. Okay, no problem, blah, blah, blah. And then he went to Abu Dhabi. 1 year later, I was at home. Now she's my wife, but we are just girlfriend and boyfriend at that time.
Yeah.
And then like 6 a.m., phone ringing. It was him. Hey, man, how you doing? Send me a resume for yesterday. Don't wait a minute. Send it for yesterday. Your resume, all the pictures you can get, send me all of that for yesterday. Don't waste a minute. I said, okay. And listen, stop smoking weed. I'm like, okay, shit, all right. And then I hang up the phone, and then my wife, my girlfriend, what is that? Who is that? I said, oh, Marcelo from Teres. Oh, yeah. What he wants? Never mind. Let's go back to sleep. Never mind. But women, right, said, what? Let me know. What's going on? He said, oh, he asked me he invited me to go to Abu Dhabi to teaching there too. I had to send him my resume and stuff, but I don't want to. And then she goes, why not? I said, look, because if I move over there, our relationship's gonna get gone.
Yeah.
We cannot have a relationship that far, right? And between that job and you, I chose you. Man, tears on her eyes, right?
Oh, yeah.
She got all emotion. And then she goes,
That's
okay.
cool, though.
It is. I mean, but there was for real, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was not planning or think about the future. That's just what I felt, I don't want to switch you by a job on the other side of the world, in a different country, different language. No, I don't want that.
Yeah.
But then she goes, Leo, this is your dream coming true, You always dreamed on teaching jiu-jitsu only as a money maker. So don't give up on that, please. Let's see what you can do. And then I call him back, and then he said, Leo, to bring her with you have to be married. Here in the country, you cannot even have a girl at your apartment if you're not married to her.
Yeah.
She can't be there,
Yeah, they're pretty strict.
Yeah. Crazy strict. Wow.
Do you ever, taking over his gym that he left there, and what was that called?
It was Marcelo Freitas Jiu-Jitsu, and he was related to Gracie Maita.
But that was in what was the name?
Teresopolis.
Teresopolis. Yeah. So do you ever think about that now and think, man, I should have actually taken that over?
No way. I would be way unhappier if I stayed there. Maybe I would be more stable in life, faster.
Yeah. But I mean, what's that worth? Especially still when you're that young.
Exactly.
You can afford to be a little unstable.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
I'm still unstable in those days, So then...
So your now wife told you, hey, Leo, it's your dream.
It's your dream. You cannot let it go, You have to...
That's cool of her to push that and say, like, no.
Yeah.
I appreciate that you love me that much, but you need to do you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when he said, oh, you guys have to be married to come here, I told her, I said, look, if you want to come with me, you have to get married.
Yeah.
And then she goes, okay, so let's get married.
Well, why not?
And we've been together for about 5 or 6 years, but we're not planning to get married soon, you know.
Yeah.
In Brazil, it's a lot of money to get married, and there's no point, you know.
Yeah.
So then I said, okay, we got married, and then we moved to Abu Dhabi, and then, man, crazy times. I need a book just for that. We're staying in the same hotel for 6 months. All the black belt, like 30 black belts, you know, living in the hotel for 6 months.
Like all trainers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would be teaching there, would be spreading, because we are hired to teach on the schools in there, Arabic schools.
Yeah.
Because they have Arabic schools for local people, and they have like English school, Indian school for foreigners.
Yeah.
So we are hired to teach for Arabic kids. And so then, yeah, man, crazy times. You're not allowed to drink in there.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I don't think they even sell liquor outside of like certain hotels even, if at all.
Just inside hotels. Yeah. And there was one store in the whole Abu Dhabi that would sell beer, alcohol.
Yeah.
You know, liquor or beer or wine, whatever.
Yeah.
But only one store in the whole city, and they closed at 8.
Yeah.
So if you had an argument with your wife too late, you're in trouble. Because let's say if the police knocks at your door and you have 4 people inside your apartment and there is alcohol in the house, it doesn't need to be open, it can be on the fridge, sealed, doesn't matter. If you have more than 4 people and alcohol inside the apartment, everybody's arrested.
Jeez.
Right away, you leave the apartment in handcuffs. And if you're a foreigner like me, you cannot go to jail. So if you go to jail, you go back.
Yeah, they just deport you right away.
They deport you right away.
Yeah.
So, man, it was so stressful because sometimes there was someone's birthday or something. You wanted to celebrate, to have a beer, you know, watch football on TV and have a beer. No.
Yeah, and you're like, no, I'm good.
No, it's fine.
I got better shit to worry about.
So then we were there for a year, and I've learned a lot about human beings. Lots and lots about human beings, because...
Well, I mean, I bet. Been dealing with them for 30-some years.
And in there's something different. The local people, they're not clear. They hide their feelings. So maybe we work together, right, for a year, 2 years, and they hate you, like bad.
Yeah. But
you cannot even imagine that, because the way I am all the time with you, you believe that I'm your best friend. And in reality, I'm doing the best I can to put you down. You know, like, so I start to see a lot of Brazilian people going through that way, you know.
So they just hate you because you're a foreigner or what?
No, it's the way they are.
Oh.
In there, if, let's say, we have I'm going to park my car on the street, and you're going to get the same parking spot, right? And then, oh, that's my park. No, it's mine. If we argue to each other, and it's so weird, and if I make a movement, I don't need to touch you. If we're having an argument, and I make a rough movement, I'm in jail. I don't need to touch you for that.
So they're just like zero tolerance all the way.
Exactly, right? Wow. So nobody shows their feelings.
Yeah.
You know? They're mad to something. Okay, sir, go ahead. Take the spot. And then I saw the Brazilian people being like that too, you know. People that I knew from Blue Belt in Rio talking bad things about you because they heard something from someone else. Man, I was like, man, what the hell's going on here, right? All of us, we had a $5,000 salary without paying any bills. We didn't pay rent. We didn't pay electricity, Nothing. The only thing I was paying was my car loan, gas, and food. Anything I wanted to buy.
Yeah. Everything else was taken care of, though.
Everything. So why people are being like that to each other, you know? Because, okay, if I talk bad things about you, and then you get fired.
Yeah.
I cannot point someone to your spot. You know what I mean?
Unfortunately, it's kind of human nature.
Right.
That's what a lot of people don't understand.
Exactly.
I think, personally, I think it's better to just let it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
That doesn't mean you have to get violent with somebody.
No, but
like, I would never
say a word.
Yeah, I won't. I try very hard to hold steady. I won't say something about somebody that I won't say to your face.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, if I think you're a piece of shit, I'm going to tell you you're a piece of shit to your face before I'd ever go tell somebody else.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like that too.
Yeah, and you can take that however you want. Yeah. You know, like you can get pissed about it. You can punch me in the face if you want to. I don't give a shit, but I'm going to tell you exactly what I think and why. Yeah. And I'm not going to go say it to all these people behind your back.
And that was what is happening there, you know. People, they have something with you. Instead of telling you, they would tell everyone else.
Yeah.
And then when you knew there are 80 people knowing that you're leaving back to Brazil in a week, and you're not.
Yeah. And it's especially stupid to do that. Especially when you have a work relationship with people. Right. I think.
And we're on the same boat.
Yeah.
Some of us need to say that, man, we're on the same boat. Why some people want to paddle more, paddle less, not paddle, push people outside of the boat? We're on the same boat.
Yeah.
We're on the same level, you know, same payment. You know what I mean? So what's the meaning of that, on being mean to people?
Just
humans. Yeah. It's the only answer that I can get. They can. Yeah. They're humans. They can, so they're doing it.
Yeah. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
No.
No, I would prefer if someone thinks I'm a dick to just come tell me.
Exactly.
Because then at least I have the option to change.
To change something. Or not.
Yeah. And I can choose to be like, yeah, well, fuck you.
Yeah,
with it.
Yeah.
Or I can be like, hey, okay, what can I do different?
It makes sense what you're just saying. So maybe I should change this or that in my life.
I mean, I have literally worked with people that I have told them, you know, after getting to know them for a while, I'd be like, I think you're a piece of shit, but you're really good at what you do. Yeah. And I appreciate that. So let's just do what we got to do and work together. Yeah. But I'm not going to have beers with you later.
Exactly. You don't need to be friends. Yeah. You just need to work together.
Yeah. But I'm not going to go tell everybody else in the building that I fucking hate them and they're stupid, and then put on a smile and be nice to them to their face. That doesn't get you anywhere.
And that was happening all the time, all around. You know, not just me. You know, everyone. Yeah. Man,
that's two-faced and it's lame.
Yeah, yeah. I hate it. You know, I'm totally the opposite of that. You know. Yeah. And then I had to swallow all of that all the time, you know, listen one side, listen the other side, and pretending that I didn't listen anything, you know. Yeah. It was so hard on me, you know.
Sit around listening to the chickens clucking.
Exactly. It was so, and then after a while,
so I imagine that's why you left Abu Dhabi.
Yeah. Yeah. After a year, my wife got pregnant. And
that's
then,
not a good reason.
Yeah. And then we're like, man, this place here is people are so fake, you know, so two faces. Let's leave.
It's like living in LA, but you can't even drink.
I never lived in there, but I'll take your word.
I haven't either, but I've been there enough to know that's how everybody is. Okay. Smile to your face and then bitch all about it.
Stab you in the back.
Yep.
Shit, I hate that.
Fake as fuck.
I hate that. Sometimes I'm too clear, you know. Yeah. I'm too loyal, and I'm too. I show who I am really fast.
Yeah. That's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. I wish more people were like that.
To me, at least makes my life easier. Yeah. You know what I mean? If you don't like me, I'm going to see it right away, and that's it.
Right, but that's important. I think it's important for people to know who you are up front.
Exactly.
Because it's a lot less work for you to have to pretend to be something you're not. Yeah. Just to make them happy. Yeah. Like, if they don't like you, they don't have to hang out with you. Exactly. That's fine.
And I don't want everybody to like me. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't have these thing that, I don't want everybody to like me.
Yeah.
You know, I want the right people to like me, people that are like me.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. And that's what people don't seem to understand is not everybody has to like you, and not everyone should.
No.
You know who should like you? People who are like-minded, who you get along with.
Exactly.
That's what's important.
Exactly.
You need to surround yourself with the kind of people who are going to help you be successful at what you want to be and what you want to do, which means those people should like you.
Yeah.
And if they don't, well, then either you can change or not.
Yeah. Exactly.
But don't be fake and don't be two-faced.
Yeah.
Just trying to get somewhere.
Yeah.
Because you're just going to build a house of cards that's going to crumble.
Yeah. It's not going to last forever.
Yeah.
So, and then when people realize who we really are, man.
Yeah, then they realize that you're a two-faced piece of shit and they hate you more.
Yeah. And maybe we had a big card house built.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a huge destruction, you know. So,
yeah, it's not worth it.
No. I'd rather show who I am right away, you know. Yeah. Like it or not. I had this, he was my mom's friend. Because my mom was going to AA, Alcoholics Anonymous, for a while. And she had this friend in there. I mean, one day he told me this sentence that he made that's exactly what I was saying, but in a sentence. He said, Leo, crazy, we all are. All of us. It doesn't matter if you drink, if you don't, if you do drugs, if you don't. Crazy, mental illness, we all are. The only thing is we should look to hang out with people that has the same craziness as you. You know what I mean? Yep. To me, the biggest craziness in the world is people trying to make other people's crazy as them. You know what I mean? Had the same illness as you. No, it's not possible. You know, hang out with people that has the same craziness as you or similar. Or I can deal with your craziness, but if I really hate your craziness, whatever it is, right? Because things can be crazy for me and normal for you, right? So no matter what craziness I have, if I'm looking for people who has the same one as me, okay, we're all going to be fine. But if I want to hang out with you that has a different craziness and I want to change you, that's the biggest craziness. Yeah,
I mean, it's pretty much a roadmap for all relationships.
Exactly.
You know, especially when it comes to like a girlfriend or a partner or somebody you can be with. Find somebody who shares your weird.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And you cannot change people.
Yeah. I mean, two crackheads can stay together forever.
Forever. Forever. So, you know, that's what I try to do, you know, right away. Once I get a new student at the gym, right away I show who I am. Yeah. You know, what I think about life, what my political view is, you know. If you like it, awesome. You don't need to have the same opinion as me. Yeah. I don't have to have the same opinion as you. We just have to respect each other's. That's it. Yeah. If you can do that, awesome. Let's go. Yeah. If you can't, okay.
Yeah, but I mean that's kind of gone the way of the dodo these days. Yeah. It's like, okay, we don't have to agree on everything. That's fine. Yeah. Let's just do what we're here to do. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And that's it. Yeah. I like that, you know. Yeah. Makes life easier. Makes life way easier.
It does. So after Abu Dhabi, where'd you go?
So after Abu Dhabi, I went back to Rio, and I was feeling like down, you know. Yeah. Because there I was living like a king's life, you know. I had money as much as I wanted. The car that I dreamed to buy, you know, everything. And then I went back to Rio.
So you left Abu Dhabi because of all the fake people and bullshit, and because your wife got pregnant. Yeah. And you just kind of decided you were done with it. Yeah. It's time to get out of there.
Yeah. I said, man, I'm gonna be staying here in this crazy place with these fake people. Yeah. You know.
So you went back to Rio, and then, you know, you started looking back at it like, fuck, this sucks. Like I had it made, all this. I had to leave it behind.
I didn't have a gym to teach. Yeah. You know, I had to build from zero, you know, so, and I had my wife pregnant right away. Then I could not spend much time looking, thinking what I would do. I had to find something to do right away. Yeah. To make money.
Were you getting down because you you felt like you were leaving all this cool shit behind and you had to make a decision, that you didn't want to make.
And I was feeling down because I had to leave all of that behind, I mean, I was living the dream.
Yeah.
I was getting a good payment just to teach jiu-jitsu. That was my dream in my life.
Yeah.
To have a good life from jiu-jitsu. And I finally had that. But then I had to quit it all because of fucking dumb people around me.
Yeah.
Fucking two-faced people around me.
But I mean, what's your sanity worth?
Exactly.
So, it sucks to walk away from that. But I mean, at the same time, if it's not really serving you mentally.
I remember me and my wife were like, man, this life we live here with these people is not worthy.
Yeah.
The payment we get.
Yeah.
It's not worth it because, again, you're mental. You know what I mean? I was depressed all the time.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Money's not everything.
No.
And knowing what you know in your experience, like, you'll find something.
So I went back to Rio, and then I started driving a cab.
Oh, really?
I don't know who put that in my mind. Oh, buy a cab. It's going to be easy to make money. This and that. I said, okay, might be a good idea. And then I bought a cab, and I started driving a cab in Rio. Man. What did I do, man? The car that I bought was already used, but it was like 1 year used. So I thought it was fine.
Yeah, it's usually not bad.
For a cab, it's too much.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that. So I bought the car.
What is it already used as a cab before?
I believe so.
Yeah, I believe so. So it had some miles on it.
Oh, yeah. It was pretty beat up. So basically every week, I had to spend 1 or 2 days at the repair shop, and spending money with that, and so many crazy stories in there. I remember this day, there's this spot in downtown Rio. It's called Lapa. It's very famous, very, very old partying area in Rio, since 1800, So I was doing some other friend who was a taxi driver too told me, Leo, go there. There's this guy standing with a vest, and you just drive by him slowly. Once you stop, he's gonna open your door and put some passengers inside. You get any change you have with you, coins, whatever, doesn't matter how much it is, and just hand it to him. Okay, go, take your passenger wherever they want to go, drive back there and stop in front of him again. He's gonna put more passengers on you, but you have to keep giving him some change every passenger he gives you, no matter how much you're giving him, but give some. If you don't give him any once, next time you stop by, he's not gonna get you any passengers. I'm like, okay, that
sounds sketchy for some reason.
Man, there was like during the whole night, because in Rio we party until morning.
Yeah,
there's no 2 a.m. Call that they have here.
Yeah, last call.
Yeah. We don't know where the last call is in Rio. We have no. I learned that here. I didn't know about last call before moving to California. And I was working in a bar in there as a bouncer in California. We can go to that too.
That seems like a good job. It probably makes more use of your skills than a cab driver.
Way more. So I remember this day, man. I was getting to this guy, the vast guy, But then, like 1 or 2 blocks before getting to the guy, I saw these. It was a bar closing, and then there was one guy out. And then he was waving, I said, okay, I'm going to take this guy. Instead of going there to the vast guy, I said, I'm going to take this guy. And then I stopped, and then he opens the door, and then he holds and shouts to inside the bar, let's go, you're taking forever, let's go. I'm like, fuck, what did I do, man? Because I thought it was just one guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then there's more people, and in Rio, you don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it could be anything.
It can be anything, So I said, oh, fuck, it's not just one guy. It's going to be more than one guy. Shit, should I just drive and leave him standing there? But he was holding the door, you know.
Yeah.
And then 3 other guys came. So out of nowhere, I had my car full of people, you know, full of mans, you know. And okay, that's the job, right? So let's go.
Yeah.
Middle of the night, you know, 2 a.m. Okay, let's go. But I thought to myself, they're closing the bar, they're working, you know, so they're probably workers, you know, going back home, whatever.
Yeah.
Everything's gonna be fine. Please, Lord, be with me. And then when I start driving, they go, oh, can you drive us to Union Park? And I'm like, uh-huh. And I say, hey, I thought to myself, wait a second, Union Park? It was a favela, a slum, you know. It was called Slum Favela Park, you know. I was like, wait. You mean the slum in there, the favela in there? And then he goes, oh yeah, it's over there, but it's not deep inside. It's like on the very entrance of the favela. You don't need to go inside. I said, look, man, I'm sorry. I don't want to disrespect anyone, but I don't drive to favelas, you know. It's too dangerous. It's my rule. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I can drop you somewhere else that you can get another cab. But then they go, no, we're not getting inside. We're just going to this friend's bar to drink a little more. And it's on the very entrance. You don't need to drive inside. There's no danger. You're going to be fine. Don't worry. I'm like, holy shit. Okay, let's go. And then we went there. It was a bit far from where we were. When we got there, I went like 1 block inside. I said, man, I'm stopping right now. Where are you staying?
As far as I'm going.
As far as I'm going to here, you know, where are you staying? Oh, no, on this corner here, it's fine. I said, okay. And then I stopped on the corner. They dropped out, right? Mm-hmm. And then I had to turn the car to go back on the same street I was. I didn't want to go around the block or something like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to just change the direction of my car and drive backwards on the same street I was. Because I've seen before, right? It was safe.
Yeah.
But when I turned the street to make the turn and come back, man, there was this table sitting there and 2 kids, maybe 15, 17 years old. Man, one of them was holding like a Glock or something on his hand already.
Yeah.
There was a bag of cocaine, little bags.
Oh yeah, little tiny baggies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But man, the bag with the little bags inside. Because on TV, you're used to see police when they arrest drug dealers.
Yeah, you see like duffel bags full of bricks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I was used to seeing that. But man, that bag, I think was the biggest bag that I ever saw in my whole life. Full of little bags of cocaine inside.
Jeez.
And then I had just turned, I saw this picture, right?
Yeah.
The big bag of cocaine over the table. One kid standing, holding like a Glock or a piece or something. And this other kid, he was sitting down in front of the table. He didn't have a rifle on his lap. You know those Second War machine guns with like 6 barrels? They go like turning.
Oh, yeah.
It was something like that.
So he had like a small minigun on him?
A huge thing like that.
Chain cannon?
On his lap.
Jeez.
And then when I turned, I looked, I stopped, I looked, and then he goes, hey, come here, you want something? Because they thought I was, because in Rio, it's very common for people. They don't go to the favela to buy their drugs.
Yeah.
They hire the cab driver to go over there, buy for them, and bring for them.
Come back.
You know?
Yeah.
So when I turned, he looked at me, hey, a taxi, right?
Yeah.
Oh, come here, you want some? No, thank you. I'm just starting to go back. I'm sorry. No, okay, Playboy. Playboy is when they think you're rich.
Yeah. They
call you Playboy.
Yeah.
It's fine, Playboy, it's okay. Blah, blah, blah. If you want anything, we're here. No, thank you. I'm leaving, bye. Man, I went straight back to home, you know. I said, man, I'm not driving anymore. It was too much for me, you know.
So that was your turning point for driving a taxi cab?
No, my turning point was a little worse.
That wasn't even the
little more.
That wasn't even the last straw.
No. I had my wife pregnant, you know. I could not quit just for, you know, a little thing, just because it's a big gun.
Little thing.
Come on, it's just a little gun with a little drugs, you know.
No big deal.
No big deal. Come on. No, this day I was driving back from the airport. Because, man, how many times do I have? Because I talk a lot.
Yeah. So how much time you got?
I'm fine, man. I have just my wife, you know, waiting for me, so I'm fine. I can be whatever I want. So, because I was driving my cab from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day. And my wife's uncle, he was renting my cab between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. Okay.
So he was driving it.
He was driving at nighttime, and I was driving at daytime. Because after that happened, I said, okay, I'm not driving at night anymore.
Yeah.
I had a reason.
No wonder you were taking your car to the shop all the time. It's running 24/7.
24/7. 24/7 non-stop. So during nighttime, as I had my wife pregnant, he would leave his car with me. So I had a car if I needed for anything. But in Brazil, in Rio, there are a lot of backpackers hostels.
Oh yeah.
They have bunk beds,
Yeah, it's like a commons hotel.
Yes. So and I knew, because there was this village in Rio with full of hostels inside, maybe 15 hostels inside. And before driving the cab, before going to Abu Dhabi, I forgot about that, I was working for tourists. So I was driving them from those hostels to this place that's called Ilha Grande, big island in Rio.
Okay.
So they could get the boat to go to the island. So I knew many owners in there. So when they knew that I had my cab, blah, 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 they would call me, hey, Leo, I had this guy here in the airport to pick up 11 p.m., 1 a.m., can you go, But, so I was driving 6 to 6, getting back home at 6, changing keys with him, right? He would park his car. I would park my cab, we'd switch keys, he would take the cab, go, and I'll go back home. Man, I remember getting at home, getting inside the house, crushing at the couch, you know, and sleeping 1 hour minimum, then waking up to go shower, have dinner, talk to my wife, be a person. Yeah. Because before that, I was not a person. I was not a human being.
Yeah, driving for 12 hours.
Every single day, man. Yeah. And no automatic gear.
Oh, yeah, so it's all manual.
All manual. So, and then I still have those guys to go pick up or take to the airport or pick up from the airport. Yeah. Basically every night. And okay, they're landing at 1. Okay, so have to be there at 1 sharp. But they don't get out before 2:30 because they need passports, blah, 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 big lines, right? Wait for their luggage. Sometimes they would have some trouble with that. So, man. And then I had to drive back to their hostels. That would take about another 45, 55 minutes. Sometimes I have traffic 1 hour. So it was basically 3-4 hours every night.
Just sitting around waiting.
Yeah. And on the time that I should be at home sleeping. Yeah. My 12 hours off. That was not off. Yeah. So then this day I was driving back and there's this car in front of me, right? And in Brazil it's kilometers, not miles. Yeah. But the road we were was like 60 miles maximum, and he was like 30, and it was raining, you know, dark. I was coming, then when I saw, I got scared, right, with the car that's slow in front of me, right? So I pushed the high lights,
the high beams, yeah,
two, yeah, like 2-3 times, and then he opens to me, and then I go passing. And then I was going to say, hey, you're going too slow or something, right? Yeah. When I did this, Man, he was pointing a gun to me. I'm gonna be kidding me. I'm like, oh shit. So then after that day, I said, okay, maybe I should not keep driving anymore, maybe I should find a new job, And then one of my friends, he invited me to work at his restaurant. He had an Arabic restaurant in Rio. And he invited me to be a manager in there. So I started working there on the restaurant, And
so you were managing the restaurant?
Managing the restaurant. For maybe another year I would say another year. And I could eat anything I wanted. I wasn't training consistently.
Yeah,
I was already in a really bad shape from the tax time.
Yeah, I imagine driving 12 hours a day. You're eating on the road. You don't have a lot of time to go to the gym.
No,
because by the time you get home, right, like the other 12 hours of the day, if you're sleeping a full 8 hours, you only get 4 hours to do everything else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and then and when I was driving. I was driving 12 hours and there's not even GPS on the time.
Yeah.
So you had to be driving all the time to get passengers. Nobody would call you or...
Yeah. It wasn't like Uber where you could just hit a button and somebody comes and gets you.
Oh, man. That is a dream,
Yeah.
I had to be physically driving, to find passengers. Oh, man. I'm still thinking that was the most tiring, most hard work that I ever had in my life.
I can see that. Yeah.
It was, man.
I mean, you're not physically moving much. You're sitting in a seat driving, but it's mentally taxing.
Exactly.
Because your eyes are on the road all the time and you're having to deal with crazy dudes with coke and guns.
People can come steal you,
Yeah.
Man.
I'm always worried about if this guy getting in my cab is going to pull a gun on me and try to take all my money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, and eating like just shit, something fast.
Right. It's not like you can stop and
I don't want to be 1 hour.
Make yourself some chicken.
No way.
Yeah.
And I was not even going back home to eat, I was eating on the road, whatever, Oh, I'm starving.
Gas station burritos.
Exactly. So, and then I went to the restaurant, started working there. Okay, you can eat whatever you want.
Great.
So, okay. I was already in a bad shape. It went a little worse.
Yeah.
I need to do the accounting because we use kilos. But I was 171 pounds. Okay, 171. And then I went to 202.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, like 30 pounds.
30 pounds.
Like that.
Yeah, and we're roughly the same height.
Yeah. So, and man, I could not go under. This 202 is 92 kilos. I remember I got in a point and said, man, I need to lose some weight. I cannot be like that,
Yeah.
Fucking black belt and terrible shape, man.
You just be like Steven Seagal.
Yeah, maybe I should learn some.
Dude, you're 250 pounds. I've been doing this for like 134 years. It's
fine. Exactly. So I could not go under 90 kilos. I could lose. I need to lose weight. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not drinking soda. Not eating this. Not eating that. Blah, blah, blah. And then we'll check my weight. 90. Okay, doing good. Blah. Not eating this, not eating that, blah, 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 blah. Went to check it again, 91. Shit. And then again, we check. I could not go under 90.
So you like plateaued. You were like capped out.
I couldn't break that plateau, man.
Yeah.
And then I remember this day, I went to check my weight, was 89.9.
Hey.
I took a picture. I was the happiest guy ever.
Yeah.
And then I remember this day, that was my turning point. I was going to the bus stop to get a bus back home, and then I saw my bus starting to leave, starting to drive. And I said, okay, I'm going to catch it. And I ran to catch the bus. Man, it was maybe from here to your TV or something, you know, it wasn't too far. Mm-hmm. But I could feel those big guys here.
Oh, yeah.
On your back, on your lower back.
The muffin hunches back there.
You have a name for that? I love it. Mine was really big. Man, I felt that like, jumping around, you know. And I could not catch the bus.
Yeah.
That day, I said,
you were like, fuck, I am so out of shape.
Fuck, I'm so out of shape. I don't know if it's going to be possible to turn back. That was my mental issue, you know what I mean? I was afraid to get in a point where I couldn't go back, you know?
Yeah. I don't think there's really a point that there's no return unless you get to where you're so heavy that you literally have like physical problems with moving around.
Yeah.
Short of that, I mean, you can always lose it. It's just going to take a hell of a lot longer.
Exactly. But me, I wasn't sure, right? So I said, man, I need to do something now.
Yeah.
If I wait a little longer, maybe it's going to be too long. Then I thought to myself, man, tomorrow I'm going back to Jiu-Jitsu no matter what. No matter what. I'm going back tomorrow. I got home, got to my wife, said, look, I'm going back to Jiu-Jitsu tomorrow. So after work, I'm not going back home right away, okay? I'm going to take about 2 more hours to get back home because I'm going to the gym to start training. And they said, okay, no problem. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I know that you need that, so go ahead. And then I signed me up to a friend's gym. There was like 2 blocks from this restaurant that I was working at. And then I restarted training, and which was terrible because...
Yeah.
I remember telling him, I said, look, we need to choose if I'm going to do warm-up or rolling, because both is not possible right now.
Yeah.
But thank God with time, I got my shape back again, stopped eating that much shit on the restaurant, you know. So
put yourself on a plan.
Exactly. So, yeah, then... what happened that I stopped working at the restaurant? I started driving for tourists again. Instead of the cab, I sold the cab and I bought like a nice car to drive for tourists. I had a lot of people that I knew from hostels, from all of that. So
you were doing more of like a private car service.
Yeah. So then I was doing that for some time. And then I restarted teaching again, but I was doing both. I was teaching, but teaching didn't give enough money for my bills, for everything I needed. So I need to do a side job that was driving. And I was on that for maybe another couple of years, 1 year, 2 years, something like that. Then I had this friend. I started telling my wife that we need to leave Brazil again. Because as I said, when I was in Canada, I lived in a place where everything worked.
Yeah.
And in Brazil, still nowadays, the feeling you have is, things are made to not work for me, you know what I mean? You struggle to make it work, and then there's a little trap.
Yeah, like there's always something there to hold you back.
Yeah. And something that they didn't tell you in the beginning, you know what I mean? You just realize when you're on the road already.
Right.
Oh no, bad choice, too late.
Yeah.
So then I had that house that I told you in front of the water, right, in Rio, in Barra. And then I started telling my wife, look, we have to leave, we have to move somewhere. Again, I don't want to because we had this bad experience in Abu Dhabi. Yeah. Right? So she didn't want to go away again. She had a big family in Rio, right? She wanted to be in there. I said, no, this, that, I started to show her on TV everything. Did you hear that? Did you hear what he said? You know what it means? It means this, and that. I started to open her eyes for what was going on around us in the country, right? That if we stay there, would be on the same spot forever. Because as long as you're up to be... Como é que é a palavra? Agora esqueci nas duas línguas de novo. Porra, toda hora isso acontece. Caramba, agora sumiu mesmo nas duas línguas. Tem que ser...
You want to be successful? Or?
No, if you want to be trustable, if you want to be... Shit. Man, now the word really escaped from my mind. If you want to be...
Are you talking about if you want to get somewhere, if you want to aspire to be better? Or?
If you want to succeed in there, you cannot be a good character. If you're a good character and you keep your morals, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not going to succeed.
Yeah. You can't get anywhere unless you
fucking sell your soul. Exactly. Yeah. You sell your soul.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had friends and even family who had business, you know, they had to do a little skip here and there for taxes, this and that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Otherwise they wouldn't survive. You know what I mean?
You got to do some shady shit.
Yes. And I was not up to that, you know what I mean? I was really not up to that. I wanted to be black and white, you know, clear.
Yeah.
And
you wanted to ride the line and be legit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And man, maybe I'm lazy, you know what I mean? But the reason I don't lie is because I don't want to be remembering what I told you last year to keep that lie again for a man.
Yeah. That's not lazy, dude. That's keeping your mind right.
You know?
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah, you know? Once you start lying, then you have to keep lying to cover that lie, and then you have to remember all the fucking lies you told.
Exactly. I don't have that good memory, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Eventually, somebody's gonna figure out your horse shit and come along.
Exactly, and then everything you did gone because a few lies, you know.
Yeah.
So I said no.
Yeah, that's not lazy at all.
That's not for me, you know. I like to be clear. On that time, I was smoking weed, you know. Mm-hmm. So I would like to speak my voice, to say whatever, to make jokes, you know what I mean. I didn't want to be paranoid. No, I cannot say about Abu Dhabi because before, no.
Yeah.
I hated that idea, you know. So I told her, I said, look, if you want to succeed in life, we have to go out of Brazil. Because if we stay here, you're going to be on that same spot forever. You know, like making your payment and using it all for your minimum bills, and that's it, you know? And then you struggle to finish your month. And I said, no, I don't want that. Let's go somewhere. Where to? Shit. I don't know. Let me think about it. Let me figure that out. And then I had this friend who was from Jiu-Jitsu too, and he was in Canada, in not Toronto, in Vancouver. And then he said, oh, Leo, if you want, because I told him I was planning to sell my house and move somewhere. I said, Leo, I have my gym here, but he is a doctor. So he could just teach one class a day at night time after his work.
Yeah.
You know, so he just had a few students.
Didn't have a whole lot of time for it.
No.
Yeah.
So he said, Leo, I want to grow up the gym, but I cannot do it by myself because I work all day long. So if you want, we can be partners in there. We can even get a new location for the gym, right? And if you like the name, you can keep the name, the logo, whatever. But we can change location for a better location. And then you teach all day long. And then if you let me teach you once a day, I'm going to be really happy. I said, okay, bro, we can do that. No problem. Let's do that. Okay, let's do that. He came to Rio because he was right in Canada. He came to Rio. We met, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Nice. And then it's so much, man. We need like 2 days podcast. It's too much. I was trying to sell my house, but the market in Rio was really low on that time. Really, really low. Was impossible to sell anything. Not just cheap ones or expensive ones. Was not possible to sell. And if you could sell, would be for way less.
Yeah, you got to make the choice of whether or not it's worth it to just dump it for pennies.
Yeah.
Or if you want to
to wait longer and make more money. And we wanted to leave, so I didn't want it to take long, right? So then, trying to sell the house. But we're there, and we had the real estate people coming, bringing possible customers, Man, I remember this day, this couple came to look at the house, blah, blah, blah. They took a look. Oh, we love, blah, 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 this and that, but you don't have all the money, but we have a good amount. So I'm going to talk to some family tonight to see if we can make this offer better. And then tomorrow I'm going to talk to you and make a nice offer so you can leave. Because I was very clear. Everybody knew that I was selling my house to leave Brazil. So I could not sell for a down payment and get 30 payments ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, you needed the money now so you can get out
right away. If you want to pay in 2 payments or maybe 3, okay. That's possible because I can start everything with half, and then. Yeah.
But you're not going to do a 30-year mortgage for them.
No. So then this couple, man, it's unbelievable. They called me on the next day. Okay, we had this good choice for you here. This good offer here. Okay, I was asking, I think it was 600 our money, real, and then she goes, "Oh, we can give you 20,000. What? I could not even buy one ticket to US with the money she was offering me. So to have an idea.
Oh man!
And then
how is that making the offer better?
Better,
right? So if that's a better offer, then what would their original offer have been?
I don't even want to know the worst one. I don't even want to hear that.
Yeah, we'll give you $20.
Yeah. Wait, how much do I have here in my pocket? I have a few coins. I was like, shit. And then we finished the payment in, I don't know if it was 3 or 5 years. I'm like, are you kidding me? You didn't understand that I'm selling the house to move out.
So they wanted to take 3 to 5 years to pay it off.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I'm like, look, I'm not a bank.
Yeah.
No, because the funny thing is she tried to keep arguing.
Yeah.
Bringing elements to me. No, but look, you're doing a great thing because you're gonna be helping me and my family.
Yeah, it's all good and great.
Awesome. Yeah. Why didn't you tell me before?
Somebody needs to help me.
Do you want to just have the house, no payment at all?
Yeah.
But it's not so bad. The offer is not so bad because if you go to a bank, it's going to take longer than that. I said, look, if I had the money the bank has, I wouldn't be selling my house.
Yeah, right.
I don't have all the money to do that, Yeah. I need the money now to leave. Oh, but you don't get the point. And I'm like, of course I don't.
Yeah, I get the point. You want me to give you my house for nothing.
For nothing?
Yeah.
And you pay as you wish, when you wish.
Yeah, no.
Come on. No, thank you, blah, blah. Frustration again, And then this other real estate girl came with this guy. His son was having a baby and he wanted to move because the dad was living in the same island as me.
Yeah.
And the son wanted to move to the same island and he was having a baby, blah, blah, blah. So very stable, very, very good idea, very good. Okay, let's go. So the father came on the first day. He looked around. He loved the house. Blah blah blah. It's right next to the water, like we wanted. Nice. Okay.
Did he offer you $50?
Let me see how much I have here on my wallet. And then he goes, look, but I have to bring my son here tomorrow to check the house. I said, no problem.
Yeah.
I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. They came the next day. The father, the son, and the wife, the son's wife, and she was pregnant. They looked around, talked to each other in Swedish, I could not understand much, blah, blah, blah. And then, okay, thank you, we are leaving, bye-bye. I'm like, what? Where's the offer? Where's the payment?
Yeah.
And then the real estate woman said, oh, Leo, I'll call you back. I'm sorry, I'll call you back. I said, okay, no problem. She left and then she called me in a few hours. Leo, I'm so pissed with that fucker. I'm so pissed right now. I'm really sorry, but I'm really pissed with that fucker because I said, what happened? Do you believe that they got there? And then the boy, the kid, said that the house was too close for the water.
What?
That's what they asked me. They want a house in the water. I got them a house in the water, and they said it was too close from the water. What the hell? Shit, I hate them, blah, blah, blah. I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. I said, no, okay, no problem, don't worry, it's fine. No problem, okay. Frustration again, okay. And then, so she gave me that call. Bah, we hang up, like super frustrated, right? Super frustrated. Because we're already planning the trip and everything for us.
Yeah, you guys are trying to figure out how to get the hell out of there.
Right? So to us, there was a made-up cell right away.
Yeah.
So, no cell. Okay, frustration, hang up the phone. Okay, so let's have this lunch, right? Let's eat, and then we think about it later. What's the next step? What do you do? Okay, let's have lunch, Papa. We start eating, and then, so the house was here, right in front of the water, right? And then there's a wall on each side, right? So that wall here, we did like a little pier, a little harbor outside. So you could come walking from here and step in there and wave me or call me from that spot. And then I'll go outside and open the door for you, open the gate for you, so you could get inside my house. So we're eating, and then I hear outside someone calling, and then I'm like, what the hell? And then I looked, was a couple, from Argentinian people, like dressed like they're coming from the beach, And then I went outside, oh yeah. Oh, you're selling the house, right? I'm like, yeah. Can you take a look? Man, I was just frustrated, and we're eating, and they look like someone that would never buy their house, They look like someone that are coming back from the beach, and, oh, this house is for sale. Let's check it out. Okay. You know what I mean? So I said,
like looky-loos who just want to check it out, and, they're not really there for anything.
Yeah. So then I'm like, oh, man, yes, of course, but we are eating right now, so can you come back later? And then they go, yeah, of course. You're going to have lunch too, and can you get back in 1 hour? We're like, yeah, okay, no problem, fine. I went back inside, we finished eating, and then we're like, they're not even coming back, right? Let's just sit, relax, watch a movie. They're not even coming back. In less than an hour after, hey, like, fuck, they're back. Shit. I'll have to show the house and waste more time. Okay. Yeah, come here, let's go. They look at the house, blah, blah, blah. They like it, Oh, we like it, but we don't have all the money. In my head, of course. Of course you don't have all the money.
Of course you don't.
Okay, so, but we can talk about it, blah, blah, blah. We're going to check some money we have, blah, 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 this and that. Yep. And we can come up with a good offer. I'm like, I know those good offers.
I heard that shit before.
I know those good offers. So, and then we start calling each other back and forth, right? They called me, oh, I don't have 600. I have 400. Would you take it? No, 400. So, but the whole thing was, okay, they would text me now. Okay. Oh, I don't have 600. I have 400. Would you take it? I would wait, maybe half a day.
It's better than 20.
Right? So then answer, hey, 400 is not enough. Don't you have like 550?
Yeah.
And then it would take a while, a day maybe, for them. No, yeah. So everything was really slow. It took a week.
Yeah.
Back and forth. But
at least you're haggling. And 400's a real offer. It's not
20,000, 15,000, right?
Yeah.
I would sell for 400, but...
Well, yeah, but you can't just take the first offer.
Right?
It's foolish.
So we kept this back and forth thing, and then I remember this day I was ready to sell. If I'm not mistaken, wait, porque já acabou, Yeah, we are in between for something. We're trying to go for 50, for 80, for 10. We're in there.
Yeah.
And then I remember they offered 450, 440. I'm not sure right now. And then I'm like, fuck, that's not enough. Oh, shit. Then I go, hey, can you not reach at least 500? And then he goes, no, Leo, I don't. And then I'm like, okay, so I'm taking 440, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I typed, okay, I'll take your offer. When I was typing on the phone, I saw that he was typing too.
Yeah.
So then I stopped typing.
Yeah.
Deleted, everything was typing, and then I waited.
Yep.
And then he goes, no, Leo, I'm sorry, I cannot get 500. I can only get 480. I'm like, deal!
Nice.
Right away to make sure he doesn't escape. Deal!
Patience is a virtue.
It is. That sale taught me that, you know.
Yeah.
So I sold for 480 finally. Then I called the guy from Canada.
It's not a bad deal.
Everything in my life is a little chapter. Nothing's like just a page, you know. So I called the guy, hey, I have the money, right? I called him, send me a text, hey, I just sold the house. Nothing.
Oh, he didn't get back to you?
He didn't get back to me.
Jeez.
I'm like, fuck. And then I waited like a couple of days or something. Hey, man, I could finally sell the house. Nothing.
Oh, jeez.
I'm like, no. Are you kidding me? Now I don't have a house. I don't have where to go.
Yeah.
What am I going to do now?
So he's talking to you about, setting up this sweet deal where you're going to come and essentially take over his gym.
Yeah.
And teach there, and change the logo if you want to, and all this stuff, blah, 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 blah. And then just fucking drops you.
No answer.
Oh, man.
I'm like, oh, shit. Okay. So then I called another friend who was in Canada for about 20 years, but was in California on that time.
Yeah.
So I called him to ask about Canada, if it was worth it to move over there. Because on that time, I said, man, I'm going to move by myself. Because if he was doing good, teaching only one class a day, being a doctor, if I get there and if I start teaching every day, all day long, I'm going to succeed too. So maybe I'll do that. So then I called this other friend to ask about Jiu-Jitsu in Canada, if it was worth it to move, blah, blah, blah. And then he said, oh, yeah, Canada is great, blah, 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 this and that, ta, 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 ta. But California is much better. Come on. If you want to be business partners over there, come over here. We can be business partners over here, too.
Yeah.
I just opened up a gym. It's brand new. I'm planning to open a new one. We can be business partner on the new one. I'm like, oh, man, that's awesome. He said, oh, come over here, spend a week with me, and then you go back and take your decision with your wife. I said, oh, that's awesome. I'm going. So we rent a little apartment in Rio, so they could stay there, my wife and my daughter.
Yeah.
And then I went to California to check it out. I got there, and then I was sleeping at the gym,
So you were living at the gym?
Yeah. And then, but that was for a week.
Yeah.
There are two other guys staying in the gym too from Brazil, and they're going to this lawyer for visa. And the day that I got there, like 2 days later, they have a meeting with the lawyer. So they said, oh, if you want to come over and talk to her, it's fine. I said, okay. And then I went there, spoke to the lawyer, and then she looked at me, she looked at my things. Look, a coach visa is going to be basically impossible for you. You have to go for a fighter's visa. I'm like, man, I don't fight for years. I know, but start fighting right away, get your ranking. Once you are on the rank for IBJJF, who is the biggest confederation for jiu-jitsu in the world, once your name is in there, we can apply for your fighter's visa. I'm like, shit. So I have to start fighting. Yeah, start fighting right away. I'm like, fuck, man.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Fuck, me neither. Okay. So I went back to Rio, right? No, I didn't go back to Rio at that time. I called and said, look, I have to stay. What? My daughter crying on the phone, you know, Dad, you're not coming back.
Yeah.
I am, but not today. When are you coming back? I don't know yet. Maybe in a month. What month? You know, come down. I will get back. Wait, I just need to fight a little here and then I can get back. And then, man, I see another chapter. And then I start fighting tournaments around, And then there was this tournament in New York that I was going to fight. And I had two good friends from Abu Dhabi when I was there. And they're both there, a guy and a girl. They're not together, anything like that, but they're both living in New York. So I texted them both to see if I could meet with them in there. Once I was there to fight, let's go meet, let's go have a beer, a pizza, whatever, right? So then I text them both, and the girl didn't answer me, and the guy answered me, and oh, nice that you're coming, blah, 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 but I won't be here, I'm gonna be in Brazil. And he lived in the same island that I sold my house. Man, I thought we would meet in Rio at the island, blah, blah, blah. I said, no, I already sold the house. And then he goes, wait, why are you coming to New York for just a couple of days? You're not coming here to fight for visa, are you?
Why, yes, I am.
Why are you asking? What's the problem with that?
Yeah.
And then he goes, man, please don't do that. I'm like, what? The lawyer just told me to do that. Leo, lawyers say whatever they need to catch you. Don't do that, please. I said, what should I do? Go straight to the green card. I'm like, yes, of course. I'm a no one.
Yeah.
No money. I'm going straight from tourist visa to green card. Yeah, that's really gonna work.
Yeah.
No, don't worry. Talk to my lawyer. She's great. She already helped 5 more Brazilian friends. Talk to her. If you have chances, she'll tell you. If you don't, she'll tell you anyway. So talk to her. It's the best thing you can do. I said, fuck, man, one more turnaround on my life, right? Let's go, let's talk to her. And then I called her. My English was even worse than now, so. But we could communicate. I understood what I needed to do. So, okay, instead of fighter's visa, I'm going for the green card. All right. But then she tells me, look, I believe you should apply for a working visa before.
Yeah.
Because then you stay in there for a couple of years and then you go for the green card. It's going to be better for you.
Yeah.
I said, okay, no problem. Let's do that. So then I went back.
Well, yeah, and at least then you can legally get a job and make some money and all that. You're not trying to fly under the radar.
Because when you are in the green card, before you receive, that takes about 9 months.
Yeah.
Before you receive your social security number, you cannot work.
Yeah.
So you're stuck in the US, you cannot work, so there was really a bad idea. Then I went back to Rio for a few weeks and then got my documents, everything, blah, blah, blah. Came back to California, and my wife and my daughter stayed in Rio. Then we applied for the working visa. It came out good. I was working, And then that friend who we're planning to have a second gym, being partners.
Yeah.
I said, look, that gym here is just in the beginning, and I see a lot of mistakes in here. Why don't you do that? Why don't you sell me half of this one, and then when you get better, when you're making a lot of money, we open a new one, and we're having half on the new one too. Oh, that's a great idea, this and that. Okay, let's do that. So I paid him $25,000 for my share, and I started working at the gym, right? Living the dream, right? Just doing that. After a couple of months, my wife started working at the gym too. and she was taking care of the computer and all the receptionist thing. And then Leo, look at here. It's so weird. Those numbers, they make no sense. So, to make it shorter, we didn't have a due date on the month where everyone would pay on that date.
Yeah.
Everybody had different payment dates. So during the whole month, we were getting payments. What he was doing was, because we had like on the main dashboard, you had like a few circles, a few graphics showing how much money we had, how much more money would be coming up, all of that.
Yeah, what's coming in, what's coming
out. So that we could see very clear. But what he was doing was, you sign up, you train for a couple of months, whatever. If you leave, he wouldn't delete you from the system. He'll just delete your payment info from the system. So for the system, there are still payments coming up, but they're not actually. So
it's showing charges that aren't actually happening.
Yeah. And then I'm like, man, that's really weird.
Yeah.
And then he finally got me access to the bank account. So then I went to the bank. The manager, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
I see a lot of red flags in here.
Yeah, it's like essentially cooking the books.
I'm like, oh, what? So basically, he was paying all his personal bills with the business money and showing me that we're, basically almost even.
Yeah.
Like $500 behind, $500 profit, but he was actually paying car loan. He was fighting all the IBJJF tournaments with business money, my money, right? So then when I confront him, at first I said, no, let's fix that. It was my mistake. I'm so sorry. It might be because I never had a business partner before. Blah, blah, blah. I'm so sorry. I'm going to pay you back. Let me know how much I owe you. For next month, I'm not even touching the money from the gym. You take all the money and until I repay you back. I said, okay, no problem. Let's do that. When the day came for me to pick up the money, I called him. And then he freaked out. I think I still have here the audios we exchanged. Of course, you don't speak Portuguese. But, let me see.
Vai tomar no seu cu, tá? Vai tomar no seu cu. Você e sua mulher vem te arrumar trabalho e fazer porra das costas e fica fazendo contagem de estoque, o caralho de 25.
Na terceira gente vai conversar pessoalmente. Eu já expliquei.
So that's him freaking out because you're like, I need my money.
I want my money. What are you doing?
Yeah.
So at the end, he goes, because I start cursing back.
Yeah.
Right? And they say, if you show up here at the gym and talk to me like that, I'm going to punch you in the face. I'm going to smack on the face if you show up here and talk to me like that. I'm like, you're threatening me.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. Now I have everything I needed.
Yeah.
I called the cops, say, look, this guy here, he's threatening me. No. Oh, tell me what happened. I told him, this is not threatening. I said, huh? Yeah. He said, if you go there, he's going to smack you. So don't go there. I'm like, wait a second. It's my business. I just bought it.
Like, I own half of it.
I own half of it. I need to work. Now it's a legal problem. Now I have to go to the jury, to lawyers. I'm like, wait.
Yeah.
There's nothing that I can do? And then he goes, look. He was my student too. He goes, look. Don't even show up in there at the gym. Never. I'm like, what are you talking about? And then he goes, if you show up in there and he calls the cops and say that you're threatening him or something, and he finds one or two people that say that is true, you're going to jail, and if you go to jail, your visa is gone. I'm like, no, man, this can't be real. It's not possible. And then I start calling lawyers, even the lawyer that was taking care of my visa, and she goes, Leo, please, I'm asking you, please, never show up at the gym. What this cop told you is totally true. If you show up in there, even if you don't do anything, even if you just walk in there, he can call the cops, say that you're threatening or something. You know, if he had 2 people that say that it's true, you're going to jail, then your visa is gone.
Yeah, all he needs is 2 of his buddies to lie and say that you're doing shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm like, what should I do now? It's my job. It's my money. What I'm gonna do? Oh, now I have to go to court and this and that and ta. I'm like, no. So then I spoke with 2 other lawyers. Both of them said, look, to give the first step, you need at least $5,000 just to have the first step on it.
Yeah.
And even if you win at the end, we don't know how long that's gonna take, but even if you win at the end, there's no guarantee that you're gonna have your $30,000 back. So
yeah,
it's not. It's up to you, but I wouldn't recommend to do that. I'm like, no, Jesus. You have to be kidding me.
Like, so I have to come up with $5,000 that I don't have because I can't fucking work, so that I can go after this asshole that took my money and won't let me go back to work at the place that I own half of.
Right?
Oh, okay.
All right, okay. I can deal with that. Man. I started working for Lyft, driving for Lyft.
Oh, yeah.
I was waking up 4 a.m. to leave the house 4:30 to get people. I was leaving Poway on that time to get people going from Poway to the airport. It was a good trip right away, to start the day.
Yeah.
And then once you're at the airport, you always get someone going somewhere, right? So you're on the flow right away. So, but man, I remember like sometimes waking up in the middle of the night, even my legs, I could feel the sweat. My whole body was sweating. Mm-hmm. My heart on my mouth.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, am I having a heart attack? Am I gonna die? And
just stress
and panic attacks, right? Because I wanted to kill the guy, and I could not even look at him. You know what I mean? I cannot even go there and say, "Hey, you're a piece of shit." No, I couldn't. I had to swallow all of that, See, wait, see, everything's a chapter. He went to immigration.
Oh, he did?
Of course he did.
Yeah.
He went to immigration and said, oh, look, this guy, Leonardo Campello, he doesn't work at my gym anymore. So cancel his visa.
What a dick.
I got a call from the lawyer. Leo, I have good news and bad news for you. I said, okay, go ahead. What do you want first? I said, start with the bad. Okay, Rodrigo, he canceled your visa. Man, I remember feeling that cold at your spine,
Yeah.
Bah, I'm like, what? Then she goes, calm down. Because, okay, see another chapter. When I was there working, blah, 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 with my O1, the working visa, was not even approved yet. The lawyer called me, said, look, I need to explain you something. We really believe at your O1 visa, we really believe at your process that's going to work, but I need to explain you that. If, for some reason, it doesn't get approved, you need to apply for a higher visa than working visa. You cannot apply for a fighter's visa.
Yeah.
Again, you have to go for a higher visa than your working visa. And that's the green card. And the green card applications are closing 2 weeks. And we don't know for how long, because it never happened before.
Yeah.
So it can close for a year, 2 years, we don't know. 5 years, we don't know. I'm like, I thought she was scamming me, She was, just trying to take more money from me, Especially lawyers, in Brazil.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, I know where you're going, bitch. Don't try it.
What's the difference between a hooker and a lawyer? A hooker will stop fucking you when you're dead.
Shit, that's a good one. I had to remember that. Oh man. So then, he canceled your visa, but don't worry, because as we applied for the green card, you are already under the green card umbrella. So you're fine.
Yeah, as long as you applied for it.
Yeah.
Right.
You're fine. Nothing changed for you. Say, oh, I don't have to go back to Brazil tomorrow. Say, no. Don't worry about that. You're right under the green card umbrella. Now you just need to wait for your social security number to arrive on the mail. That's going to take a few more months. You had to hang on in there. But nothing changed for you. I'm like, oh, thank God. At least something, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, he canceled my visa, my working visa. But as I was already under the green card umbrella, nothing changed for me.
Good.
And then in a few months, I received my social security number. And then I could start driving for Lyft, for Instacart. And I did a lot of Instacart during pandemic. Because then after that, see, everything's a chapter. I started, one of my students, he saw the whole thing. He called me, said, Leo, I saw what happened. I'm not training with that piece of shit anymore. If you have a place to teach, I will go to you. We can go to the park, whatever. And then like, bro, let's do better. I'm going to empty my garage, so you start teaching here in my garage.
Nice.
I'm like, oh, that's cool. So he did like a garage sale, sold everything he didn't want anymore. And then a friend of mine, Alfredo Baron from California, he gave me some mats that one of his students gave him new ones. So he kept the old ones at one of his students' home. So when he knew the whole thing, he said, oh, Leo, I have those mats in there. If you want them, you can just have them, right? Go there, pick up as many as you want. They're all yours. Like, oh, bro, thank you so much. I don't believe it. So see, there are people fucking you, but there are people to help you too, you know?
Yeah.
They're bad and good people, thank God. So, and then I started teaching at his garage for a while, but then his wife was not happy because we were there and whatever. Yeah. She was not happy. And then another student who had a CrossFit gym in San Diego said, Leo, I want to have jiu-jitsu here. So if you want, we can build a room here, put mats on it, right? Make it nice, and you start teaching here. I said, man, that's awesome. Let's do that. But I don't have any money to buy the mats, whatever. I'm broke. Right. I said, no, don't worry. We're gonna figure that out. So his wife's dad was a constructor, so he did the whole thing without charging any money from us.
Awesome.
And one of the students, the future students, right? Because I didn't have any students at that time.
Yeah. One
of the future ones, he said, oh, I can trade. I can buy you the mats and you convert that to membership. I'll do that. I'm like, wow, okay, let's do it.
So he buys the mats and then you give him a membership.
Give him a membership for, okay.
It's a good trade.
Yeah. Let's say he spent $5,000 in there. Okay, we have $5,000 in memberships with me.
Cool.
Right? But a month after we opened up the new gym, we did a nice opening, 1 month later, COVID.
Yeah.
We had to shut off.
Of course.
Nobody could train, not even at the park, not even private.
Yeah. So this is what, like
2020.
December or so February 2020 maybe?
February.
Yeah.
February, March, I think. I'm not sure, but around that.
Yeah.
Was summertime, beginning.
Yeah, I think it was first brought up, it started coming out in the news in December 2019.
Yeah.
Then, shit hit the fan in February, and then everything started locking down in March.
Yeah. It should be March.
Yeah.
Because especially California, San Diego was crazy.
Yeah, still is.
I remember this day, man. There was one of the things that made me my decision to move to Idaho. I stopped at the stoplight. Mm-hmm. I looked to the side. There was a guy at his car by himself, all the windows closed. He was wearing doctor's gloves.
Oh yeah, rubber gloves.
And 2 masks.
In his car.
In his car by himself, windows closed. I'm like, man, these people are really paranoid.
Yeah.
It starts to make no sense.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I hope that YouTube doesn't drop our podcast.
I don't give a shit.
Because of fucking COVID again.
I could give two shits.
But, so yeah, man. Then we had to close. And then I was driving for Instacart, doing grocery shop and delivering to people.
Yeah. That's a good gig because everybody was doing that.
Everybody was doing that. So
I don't want to go to the store and get germs.
Yeah, and die in there. So, but it was funny because sometimes your mask would go just under your nose. Mm-hmm. People look at you like if you're a freak or falling apart or something. Like, shit, come on.
Yeah, that's so stupid.
So then one day, I was talking.
Well, then they've already come out and like proven that the masks don't work.
Exactly.
It's fucking pointless.
And they want to make us use the masks again.
Yeah, they're trying to. Like, why? You've already proven that they don't work.
Yeah.
You've admitted that they don't work, and you want us to wear them again? Why?
Did you change your mind?
And that's the thing. Like the mask shaming and the anti-mask shaming and all that crap that was going on during that. Like, I couldn't give two shits if you want to wear them. If it makes you feel better, makes you feel secure, whatever, go ahead. Yeah. I'm not going to judge you for that.
No, go ahead.
Go for it. But why are you yelling at me if your mask works?
Exactly.
Why are you yelling at me for not wearing one?
Exactly. If it's so good, it should be working. You don't need mine.
Yeah. I mean, you'd have some of that here, when all that was going on. Mm-hmm. Like you'd go to Walmart or something. Every once in a while, you'd have some freaking asshole that would come up to you and start giving you shit about it. And it's like, you know what? Fuck off.
Yeah.
Get on my face.
Yeah. So then I was doing Instacart. I had this student who would come to my house, my apartment complex. So would put some mats outside on the grass right next to my building, where there's no one passing by whenever, and then we'd have a private in there. There was the only jiu-jitsu I was doing on that time. And then this one day, we were in a Zoom meeting with the Jiu-Jitsu Association, SBA, Civil Bearing Association, and this good friend of mine, Sam Brown, who lives in Bonus Ferry. People started leaving the meeting, right? And then it was just me and him and maybe someone else. And then he goes, "Oh, how are things in California?" And then I go, "Oh, do you have time?
Awful.
Do you have time to hear? I have a lot to tell you. Do you have time to listen to me?" And then I told him a little bit. And then he goes, "Man, come over here. We have normal life here. My gym is full. Everything is normal here. Come over here.
Yeah.
Spend some time here and then you take a decision." I said, "Okay." I came here. I landed in Spokane, right? And then I took my mask off, put on my backpack, and then I just touched the mask again when I was going back to the airport to go back to California.
Yeah.
Even the restaurants, the waiters were not wearing a mask. Mm-hmm. I was like, man, this is paradise. I want to live here.
Yeah, I mean, there was there were some restaurants where they required, masks or, they see, and that's what I didn't get. Right, you had to wear your mask when you walk in, and you had to wear it while walking over to your table. Mm-hmm. But most of the places around here, there was a lot of them where once you sat down with your party at your table, you could take your mask off. Oh, okay. So as long as I'm sitting down, COVID knows not to go anywhere.
The virus cannot find you if you're sitting down.
Yeah, if I'm sitting down and shoving food in my face,
then you're fine.
Then it's totally safe.
Yeah, the virus won't catch you.
It's so fucking dumb.
It is.
And if you got up to go walk to the bathroom or something,
you had to put a mask.
Yeah, and if you didn't, somebody would walk up to me. "Excuse me, sir, can you please put your mask on?" Like, I was just sitting at a table with 7 people, 5 feet or less away from another table with 10 people, and you care about my mask walking to the shitter. Okay.
All right, I'll do it.
Yeah, there was no logic really to any of it.
No. Not at all.
It's like, do masks work or do they not?
Yeah.
Oh, they don't? Okay. Then why are you telling me to wear them?
They work when we wanted to say that it works, and then it works.
Yeah.
Otherwise.
Well, right. And then like everybody that was doing anything, they all had different rules.
Yeah.
Like there was no standard really for anything, which I can kind of understand. I can give them some credit because, you know, it's a new thing, and we don't really fucking know anything about it. Yeah. Okay. Well, but if we're gonna put out some bullshit that we have to do this, we have to do that, then can we try to standardize it in some way?
At least, so people at least.
Yeah, but I mean, most of northern Idaho at least was like, "Fuck this! This is dumb." Yeah.
I love it that, you know, when I got here and I saw it, I love it. I said, man, that's the place I want to be, you know.
Yeah. And it's funny. So my ex-wife at one point, she comes in and she had been out shopping or something like that. And I can't remember how the conversation came up, but she was like, you know, I didn't wear my mask at all and blah, 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 blah. And she was kind of like asking me like if I was proud of her or something. And I was like, you know, I don't understand why you're asking me this or telling me this or whatever it was. I said, it's not that I give a shit about masks. I don't care. If you want to wear one, go ahead and wear one. Yeah. If you don't want to wear one, don't. Yeah. It doesn't matter to me, and it's not my fucking business whether or not you do or you don't. Yeah. What matters to me is when you're trying to tell me what I have to do. Yeah. My health and safety is not your concern. Yeah. Nowhere in the U.S. Constitution are we guaranteed health and safety. It's not anywhere in there. Yeah. It's your responsibility to do what you need to do to be healthy and to keep yourself safe. Yeah. So you do you. Go ahead. Yeah. If you want to go get the shot, go get the shot. Go. If you want to wear 10 masks, go for it. Yeah. I don't care. Yeah. But if all of that works, then why are you concerned about what I'm doing? Exactly. But they were selling it more of like, oh, well, if you don't mask up, you're killing people. Yeah. You're killing grandma. Yeah. You're making your kids sick. And like, no, I'm not. No, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. Use our mask, but don't push me to use it. Yeah, you do you, but leave me the fuck alone. Yeah. That was what I cared about most. Yeah. I hated the fact that they were trying to tell us what we had to do. And it's like, no, I don't have to do fucking shit. Yeah. Go ahead, make me. Yeah. In California, it was so crazy because restaurants has to shut down. Yeah. Gyms has to shut down. Churches had to shut down. But dispensaries could work. Oh, of course. Strip clubs could work. Yep. And liquor store could work. All the stuff that's quote unquote essential, right? Because weed, booze, and pussy, you can't live without that. I see it. Okay. So it's just not a life if you can't get a handy in a dirty strip club bathroom. You might as well be dead. Right? Oh, man. Yeah, there's a lot of it that just didn't make any fucking sense. No. And again, there was no standard. Everybody was doing their own thing. Yeah. It was more of an experiment. Yeah. Yeah. You know, California was doing their shit. Yeah. Washington had their shit. Yeah. You had, I think it was South Dakota that really didn't do anything, and then Florida didn't do jack shit. They were like, we're not closing anything. Yeah. Fuck this. We're not wearing masks. Yeah. Like, nothing changed as far as I know in Florida. You didn't see the whole population dying. You didn't see half of population dying. You know that. Yeah. Same percentage of the rest of the world. So. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yes, there were people that did die from it. Yeah. But they, you know, so far the studies that they've done, even the data that they've put out has shown that it was more people that are overweight, that are out of shape, that don't take care of themselves, or have, it's like 2 to 3 or more comorbidities. Exactly. So you have, you know, a heart condition or some other disease that's already life-threatening. Yeah. Then you get this on top of it. Yeah. Yeah, okay. You're probably not going to fare well. Yeah. And I heard about the ventilator thing they're doing, the tube they're putting inside of you. Yep. You're oxygening everything inside of you, so the virus needs oxygen to grow. Yeah. So you're feeding them. You know? That was something else that I was hearing about just recently. It was the other day, where they they finally figured out, like, oh, the ventilators were actually killing people.
Yeah.
Like, yes, they can't breathe, so we need to figure out how to get them oxygen, but using the ventilators, what was it? It was too much oxygen, not enough nitrogen, and you're basically cooking your lungs on top of what COVID was already doing to you.
Shit.
And feeding the virus. Yeah. Something like that. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it was actually, I was watching Rogan yesterday, and it was one of his latest episodes that he did with Elon Musk. And apparently Elon Musk figured it out and was talking to some doctors that he knows in Canada about it, and was like, hey, what do you think about this? And what do you think about this? And then he tried to tell some people here in the States that apparently, like, I think it's probably the ventilators are an issue. And they were like, go fuck yourself. What do you know about anything? You're not a doctor. And he's like, you're right, I'm not a doctor, but I do work for a company that, puts people into space and designs ventilation systems, for human beings to breathe. It's not like I don't know anything. Oh, by the way, I'm also a fucking genius.
Oh, man. So crazy, this world we're living in.
Yeah, sorry, I could go on and on and on.
Crazy.
So you came up here during COVID then?
During COVID.
Was it like 20?
We moved here April 2020.
2020.
This next April, we're gonna make 3 years here in Idaho. Then I moved here. At first, there's nothing available to rent.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
People are renting a piece of land so people could park RV in there.
Yeah.
So.
And this was this up in Bonners?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
The housing market went nuts.
Crazy.
Everybody wanted to move up here because they didn't want to live in California.
Yeah. So, and then I had a job offer to start teaching kids in Sandpoint 2 days a week.
Nice.
But I had 3 days free.
Yeah.
So then, there's nothing available to rent. And then I met this couple who was Sam Brown's friend, April and, now I'm going to forget his name. Not Joshua. Joshua's on my head, but it's not Joshua. Shit. I can see his face. Okay. So they said, if you want, you can live at our basement. Our parents stayed there for 2 years. So if you want to live in there, it's fine. We're going to charge you that much a month. And then you can stay in there because we're leaving the house. We're moving out in about 2 or 3 months. So maybe we can get the rent to you. We can get the lease to you. Yeah. And you stay here. We're like, that's a good idea. So I went back to California, I got to my wife, said, look, we're moving.
We're moving again.
Where to? Bonus Ferry. Where? Idaho. Where? And then she goes, okay, do you have a job? No. Okay, where are we staying? Where are we living? On
this guy's basement.
Someone's people that you don't know's basement. And basements in Brazil, we don't have basements in Brazil. Yeah. The house there doesn't have basements.
Right.
So to us in Brazil, basements are terror movie things.
Yeah.
Kidnap moving things.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's like, are you sure? I'm like, trust me. So we moved over here in April 2020. Then we started living at the basement for a while. I started working at my landlord's because he has a business of construction. And his business right next to the house we are renting. Yeah. So I started working with him 3 days a week. 2 days a week I would go to Sandpoint to teach. And was making a living, and then one day Sam calls me and say, hey, I have a friend here. He's asking for a black belt to teach at his gym, but his gym is in Coeur d'Alene. I'm like, oh man, Coeur d'Alene is like 3 hours from here, right? No, it's not that bad. Go over there. It's about 1 hour 45.
Yeah, it's about an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said, go over there, take a look, and then you take a decision. I said, yeah, good idea. So I went there. I love it. I said, okay, let's go. Let's do it. They did a good offer. Okay, let's do it. So then I started teaching there, but it was a Hansel Gracie gym on the time. Because David's wife, her ex-husband was owning the gym, and he was Hansel Gracie Association.
Oh, okay.
So he had passed away, didn't meet him, unfortunately. I just hear good things about him, but I never met him. So, I started teaching there. But they told me, look, we are going to close out the gym. Probably, we don't know yet, but probably in a few months, we're going to close up the gym. So if you want to start it, we can do that. But we don't know when, but we're going to close up. I said, okay, no problem. I can do that. I can work in here until you guys close up. And then I'll see what I do. Okay, and then I believe it was like 3 months later, they called me, say, hey, we're going to close up in 2 weeks. I'm like, fuck, okay, I have to look for a job now.
So he passed away and they were going to close it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He passed away and I started teaching there.
Yeah.
I never met him.
Oh, okay.
He had passed like a few months before I started teaching there.
Oh, okay.
Few months. Then, I'm going to close up in 2 weeks, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, I'm going to look for a job, right? Too bad, but fuck it, whatever. And then...
Gosh, it's fucking one thing after another.
Right? Right?
Damn,
Don't you have a point to be stressed sometimes?
Yeah.
They look like I need a beer once in a while. So then, 1 week later... 1 week before closing, 1 week later after
after they came and told you.
After they told me, one of the students came to me and said, hey, Leo, we love the way you teach, We love your style, Wouldn't you stay here in Coeur d'Alene teaching us? I have a big space in my house. I can make a nice mats in there. If you want, you can teach in there. I believe I have more people who would be willing to be with you, training under you. What do you tell me? I said, man, if you can find the same numbers as I had before, why not? I'll do it. Okay, nice. So let's figure that out. So they started running a list for people who would stay with me to sign up. So I'll know how many people would be with me, right?
Yeah, get a head count for you.
Yeah, there was a good number. I said, okay, let's do that. Then I spoke to the landlord, said, no problem. I can just give the contract to you. We keep the same price, this and that, Awesome. And then I had the widow to ask about the gym, right? So she came to me, and Jennifer, she came to me and said, Leo, I'm selling the mats. If you know anyone that would buy them, I'm asking for $5,000. I said, okay, I'll ask around and I'll let you know. And then Sam came to the gym to visit, whatever, I can remember. And then, hey, bro, $5,000 for this is a lot, right? He goes, no, it's pretty good. Ask for 4, just in case, but 5 is pretty good. I said, oh, okay. Then I thought to myself, no, I'm not even asking 4. I have a better plan. I got to her and said, look, I can take the mats for $5,000. Oh, so good, awesome, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but 2 things. First, I want everything that's inside the gym. You take the gis and t-shirts from Hansel, and anything else is mine for the $5,000. Oh, that's awesome! Thank you so much. Because she would have to take everything to her house.
She'd have to wrap it up and transport it and try to sell it or get rid of it or something.
Oh, that's awesome! I love it. Blah, blah, blah. Thank you. Yeah, nice. Da, da, da. Yeah, one more thing. Second one, I don't have money to pay you. And then she goes, don't worry. Start working there, start teaching, and then we think about payments later. I was like, oh, okay. Time passes, a few months. I called her again and said, look, I'm still not having the money. Don't worry, Leo. Keep working, because she works in a hospital. She's a doctor.
Yeah.
And some of my students work in the same hospital. So she knew some of them. So she goes, the students love you. You know, I don't care about money right now. So stay there. Don't worry about that. I said, okay. 1 year later, I called her and said, look, now I'm ready to pay you. Oh, that's awesome, blah, blah, blah. So I'll meet you at the gym. Okay. She goes at the gym. She walks inside. She starts pouring, crying. She starts crying like, you know, like a waterfall. Oh, I said, I'm sorry. I said, sorry, don't be sorry. Come on, it's not a problem. Come on. You can cry out as much as you want. And then she goes, oh, because I have so many memories in here,
Yeah.
And see that you're keeping it working. You know, the students love you, I said, oh, that's awesome. So, Leo, let me tell you something. When the accountant went to close up the gym account, bank account, there was money there that I didn't even know. I don't need those 5,000. So let's do something. Just keep the gym. It's yours. You don't need to pay me anything. I only have one thing to ask if you could. I said, what? I named a part of the road with Seth's name.
Oh.
So, and our requirement is to clean it twice a year. But all of my friends, they told me they wouldn't go with me. So I said, don't worry. You got it. We're going to clean it. Don't worry. He said, okay. So deal. Okay. Nice. Thank you.
So that's the, is that like that highway cleanup program?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
We went with David.
Yeah.
To pay for all of that. And then that's why I tell everyone, right? There's no way for me to not believe in God. There's no way for me to not believe in something superior,
right,
that makes everything go to the perfect place on the perfect timing. You know? Because man, I just lost $30,000, 25 that I paid to him, plus 5 that I paid for the visa he canceled. Yeah, I just lost $30,000. I just lost a gym in San Diego, and then maybe a year later, I've got a gym here in Idaho.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
It's, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's unbelievable. It's, man.
Well, it's not just that. I mean, it's. You know, it's everything. Yeah. You know, driving a cab and dealing with all that crap, and then this and that and everywhere that you went in between. Yeah. You know, and then moving here and pack up your stuff, honey. We're moving again. Yeah. Where? Podunk, middle of nowhere. What? We're living in some guy's basement. Come on, it's gonna be awesome.
You're gonna love it. Don't worry. First night she was crying. I bet. We got to the basement to sleep. Yeah. And then April, she said, we are on spider season right now, but don't worry. Don't worry. I just put a bunch of traps in there. You're going to be fine. Yeah. And then, we lay down to sleep, shut off the lights, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, are you crying? And then she goes, did you listen to her? Spider seasons. I'm going back to California tomorrow morning. No, you're not.
Oh, your wife sounds like a pretty awesome lady.
Shit.
Yeah. Well, and very, very supportive of you.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a great woman, man. You can't buy that.
No.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is
now you're
history by
gym.
Far.
Yeah,
that's my history by far. I don't know what else is coming up, but
do you want to mention it? Do you got a website you want to plug or anything?
Oh yeah, I have my website campellojiujitsu.com.
Okay.
You can go over there. You can sign up for a free class, because that's what I'm doing right now. I'm giving free classes for people so they can come.
Like a trial thing?
Trial class. Yeah. Trial free class. Yeah. You can come up, right? We talk, right? Because I want to get to know my students, right? You know? I teach them a little private class, with the basics, so they understand about distance, about how I try to get them understanding how they're gonna feel safe.
Yeah.
Because safety is a feeling, right?
Right.
So I try to make them understand how to feel safe, right, at the first class, which is not so easy, but that's my goal. And then, if you want to sign up, good. If not, good too, no problem.
Yeah.
By far, everyone that did the first class did the sign up. Thank God, everyone joined. And then,
well, it sounds like you're doing good.
Yeah. I mean, I'm growing slowly, but with good people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's good though.
Yeah, I try to use those business that they advertise a lot on Instagram and Facebook. I'm gonna bring you 30 students in 30 days. But my thing is, I like to call everyone by their names.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Right.
I like to know.
Yeah, and if you've got 30 people coming in the door every day, then it's not, for one, it's not as personal.
Yeah.
And two, it can be too much to handle.
Yeah. I tried using one of those companies, one of those business, but man, you start attracting people that are not interested in martial art.
Right.
They want to learn, they want to lose 20 pounds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or you get people coming in that, they think that they want to be MMA fighters or something, but they have no idea what they're doing.
Yeah.
And that's what they want, but they're not willing to put in the work to get there.
No.
It's like, okay, you need to, if you want to do that, then you got to train every day.
Yeah.
You need to change your diet. You need to adjust your entire lifestyle, stop drinking.
Yeah.
Like, you got to do what you got to do in order to get in that shape.
Yeah.
It's like they want that dream.
Yeah, they want to build the picture, but they don't know the process to build that picture.
You want the dream, but you're not willing to sleep long enough to get it.
Yeah, exactly. I like the sentence. I'll try to remember that. That's true. Yeah. So that's it. Right now, I can say that I truly love each one of my students,
Good.
I got connected with their families, with, everything I can, Because as I said, to me, Jiu-Jitsu is a way of life, it's a lifestyle. Mm-hmm. So,
for you, it's your passion. It's not just a job.
No.
It's not just something that you do to make money.
No.
Yeah.
I tell my students that my dream is to die on the mats. I want to teach until the day I die. I don't have this dream to make enough money to just sit down and wait, No.
Retiring is
I don't want to retire.
It's not your gig?
No.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for a retirement, at least not in Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
I used to tell people, I like to make a visual for people. Mm-hmm. Jiu-Jitsu, I would say, let's say that you're crawling on the floor, elbows and knees on the floor, looking down, crawling, okay? And then you have a rock in front of you that is the size of a watermelon, okay? And then you hit your head on the rock, you cannot move anymore, you're done. It's your dead end. It's your finish line.
Yeah.
But if you have strength enough to push yourself and look further, look over the little rock, you're gonna see there are way more around. Things doesn't end up in there. And then if you have the knowledge to use that rock as a leverage point, that is just a thing to throw you far. You know what I mean? Like a slingshot, a catapult. I don't know how to translate that.
Yeah.
It's just a leverage point to make you go further, right? You can even use that rock to go further than if you're on the floor. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, so again, it's the same rock. The rock's still the same. It's not moving. But the way you see and you deal with the rock is that what's going to change your life or not.
Yep.
Because you can bump your head in there.
And you can just stop. Say, I hit a rock, I'm done.
Oh, I cannot go. It's too heavy. I cannot push anymore. Okay. If you look further, wait, there are more. I want to go over there. I don't want to stop over here. Now I need some knowledge, some techniques to go over the rock and use it as a pushing point, a throw point, so go further.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to do with jiu-jitsu to people. You know, I want them to start using jiu-jitsu, this mindset of jiu-jitsu, not just not the techniques itself. I don't want people to be fighting everyone on the streets, but I want them to use this mindset, this mentality, this thing of jiu-jitsu, this fundamental of jiu-jitsu to their lives.
Yeah.
Because then if you apply that to your daily life, you don't have issues, you have opportunities.
Yeah, you're not just teaching jiu-jitsu, and you're not just teaching people how to defend themselves. You're trying to help them learn how to push themselves harder.
Yeah.
And overcome obstacles. And
to me, jiu-jitsu is the best weapon, the best tool to help you overcome your limits.
Yeah.
If you understand that, and if you put that to work, you don't have limits in your life almost. You have opportunities, you have leverage points.
Right.
Where everyone else sees as a dead end, you see as an opportunity. You see as a leverage point to go further. But nowadays we live in a society where they're forcing us almost to believe that even a leaf in front of you can be a dead end.
Yeah. Everything these days seems like it's designed to just keep us fat, happy, and sitting in the same place doing nothing.
Yeah.
Because then we're not a threat.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
But you need to understand that better and put it to... Because I see that here in Idaho, a lot of people understand that.
Yeah.
But around...
At least I hope so.
Yeah, me too. That's what I'm here for.
So, CampelloJiujitsu.com.
Yeah.
And I'll put if you don't mind, I'll put the link to that on the page for this episode.
Nice. Awesome. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming in, man. Unfortunately, I got to get going. That's what my girlfriend's texting me.
Where are you?
Yeah, we're actually going to a play later, and we're supposed to actually pretty soon. So.
Oh, cool.
But thanks for coming, man. This was awesome. I appreciate it.
That was awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for letting me
You've been around, man. Yeah, it was good talking to you.
It was great. Thank you.
So one more time, CampelloJiujitsu.com.
Yes.
And the link will be on this episode. Anybody, if you're in the Coeur d'Alene area and you're looking for a place to train, or maybe you want to find out what jiu-jitsu is all about, hit them up.
That's it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, man.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate you too, bud. Everybody, all you grinders out there, thanks for listening, and keep on grinding.